morning and welcome to your Tuesday edition of your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's so incredibly good to have you here this morning, bright and early. And listen, it is a Health Tuesday on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning, and we are shining a spotlight on our gut health. I know you've heard the saying before that our gut is pretty much our second brain. And did you know that the state of your gut can actually influence things like your mood as well as your skin and how bloated you are, or even your hormone levels, and that one especially for the ladies out there. Now, our panel of experts are here to give advice on how to better look after the microbiome of your gut. And from the gut, we move into the kitchen. It only makes sense to do so, where we learn how to make a floral butter magic. And boy, it is so beautiful. Now, keeping on the health trend, Chef Nwabisa whips up a grilled hake as well as a wilted spinach recipe. Definitely something you should include in this week's dinners. And entertaining us in Joburg is Afrikaans singer Wikus Botma. He is releasing a new song. It's titled Stadig oor die Klippe. And finally, of course, we delve into relationship dilemma. What is a Tuesday without it? And this one is from one of our viewers about how hard the dating life is. So stay tuned to share your advice on our troubled viewer. It's going to be a jam-packed show, and thank you for being here for the next 3 hours. For now, let's check in with you and to see how we can help him choose the perfect denim look for today.
Good morning, Chris. Thank you very much. And good morning to you at home as well. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's lovely to be in your company on this fresh Tuesday morning. Yes, I do need a little bit of help. It's my turn to get styled by you. Hashtag styled by Woolies. And today is all about the denim. Come on, man. We love denim. The tuxedo, the Canadian tuxedo. It has taken the world by storm. We just love denim on denim. And we have two brilliant options here. So for hashtag Tuesday, I need your help. So option one, we have this one for the Metro Man. We have a denim jacket, we have a poplin shirt, and then we have this beautiful straight leg denims paired with some beautiful black loafers. So this is option one. I'm going to put it here so just so you can get a visual. There we have it, option one. And then option two on this side, a grey suede bomber jacket with a khaki knit, straight-legged, slim rather, denim jeans that's faded. It's nice and black paired with some white sneakers. This is also a very, very nice option. So either option I think I'll be happy with, but it's not my choice. The choice is 100% up to you. So what you can do is you can head on over to social media right now and go choose option one, option two, what should I wear today? And then you can get me dressed for the rest of the show this morning. Don't forget that hashtag styled by Woolies, and I'm looking forward to see what your responses are to jump into one of these outfits. I don't have a favorite. It really is up to you this morning. So please jump on the social right now and go comment option one, option two, hashtag styled by Woolies. Looking forward to it. All right, talking about social media, we are not alone. We're also standing by in Johannesburg. Zanele is there to run us through what we want from you on social media this day.
Good morning, Ewan. Oh my goodness, you've given us such tough options this morning as always, but I'm going to say I am going for option two. This is my final answer. Thank you very much. Hello to you, Zanzi, Goeiemorgen, and Sanbonani. It is so good to be with you, just like Ewan said, and Carissa, and my friend. As you can tell, we got an action-packed show, but it is all in the name of putting a smile on your face to get today started, and we also want to see you all over the social media streets, so let's head over to that, shall we? Your Good Morning Post. Love, communication, and adventure. Which factor do you believe is the most important when it comes to a healthy relationship? 063-408-8863 is where we want to hear your voice notes, and we want to see you all over those social media streets. Hashtag Expresso Show. Which one is it? Is it the love? Is it the communication? Is it the adventure? For me, I'm going to say, I think love, because love leads to everything else, which I think will encompass everything that needs, all of those things. However, my friend, let us know what you think. For now, though, we need to get things kicked off officially here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Carissa standing by with the news headlines.
Just 4 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's head straight into your first news for this morning, where President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced efforts to enhance public procurement for social and economic advancement. In his weekly letter, Ramaphosa highlighted the recently signed Public Procurement Act, designed to foster local industry growth and job creation. Now, the act aims to curb misuse of public funds and establish a public procurement office in the National Treasury to standardize and modernize procurement via technology. Additionally, it bans state officials from engaging in state business and improves transparency by detailing bid processes and supplier awards. The ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula yesterday confirmed the decision to expel former President Jacob Zuma from the party. Zuma is accused of actively impugning the integrity of the party and campaigning to dislodge it from power. He was suspended from the party in January, a month after he endorsed the newly formed Umkhonto weSizwe party ahead of the general elections in May. Now, the former president has been granted the right to approach the National Disciplinary Committee of Appeal within 21 days. Moving on to some international news, Ethiopian Airlines posted revenue of $7 billion for its 2023-2024 financial year, up from $6.1 billion the previous year, driven by higher passenger numbers, reported the Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation. Now, the airline carried 17.1 million passengers, a 23% increase, and expects to carry 20 million passengers next year, boosted by new routes and a rebound in global travel. Plans include adding 5 new routes and ordering 125 more planes to accommodate a projected 30% increase in passenger transport for the next year. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is visiting China for the first time since taking office 2 years ago to enhance economic ties. Meloni praised China as an important interlocutor in managing global tensions during the meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. She emphasized the need for both countries to collaborate on ensuring stability and peace. President Xi reciprocated by highlighting the long-established friendly ties between Beijing and Rome. Both sides uphold tolerance and mutual trust and respect, each choosing its own development, he said. And we end off with this one, some feel-good news about the mother city, where popular American publication Architectural Digest, or AD, recently released their list of the top 20 most beautiful cities in the world, and Cape Town claimed a well-deserved spot. AD acknowledged that 20 cities were far too few to encapsulate all the world's beauty, but aimed to highlight some supremely spectacular places. For the list, AD considered factors such as a city's architecture, cultural treasures, historical relevance, and natural appeal. Cape Town placed at number 14, with the publication stating brilliant blue waters, buzzing nightlife, and ever-emerging art scene, and the majestic Table Mountain make Cape Town a stunning city no matter your definition of beauty. Now, the top 3 cities were Adelaide in Australia, Tallinn in Estonia, and Portsmouth in Dominica. So glad to see the mother city being respected by such a publication. Let's see if we can get that number 1 spot in the next round. For now, though, that wraps up your news. Let's head into sports with Ewan.
Thanks, Carissa. Let's take a first look at your major sports stories going into your Tuesday, and it's filled with Olympics action for sure. We'll start off with this one. Mountain biker Alan Hatherley secured South Africa's 2nd medal of the Paris Olympics, winning bronze in the cross-country. A massive achievement there. Well done. And then furthermore, Tatiana Smith, we are so proud, won the women's 100-meter Olympic breaststroke gold, showcasing a remarkable late surge in a thrilling race. She absolutely followed Nadal to the fans now, but farewell to his fans on the Philippe Chatrier court after a disappointing exit in the 2nd round of the Olympic singles competition. The 2-time Olympic gold medalist lost to his longtime rival Novak Djokovic in straight sets, 6-1, 6-4. Djokovic's dominant performance marked their 60th head-to-head encounter and saw him overpower Nadal at Roland Garros, a venue synonymous with the Spaniard's legendary success, including 14 of his 22 Grand Slam titles. And Daiki Hashimoto delivered a stunning performance to secure Japan's record-extending 8th Olympic men's team gymnastics gold. Now, the competition saw arch rivals China stumble in the final rotation, with Sue Wade's 2 falls on the horizontal bars, leaving the door open for Japan to clinch victory by just 0.532 points. Now, Japan finished with an overall tally of 259.594, while the United States took bronze. Lots of Olympic news, and our Expresso sports producer Lorenzo Doris will be joining us a little bit later also to give his take of what went down up until this point in the Olympics. Stick around for that chat. Right now, though, let's take a first look out at the weather and your temperatures. Here's Carissa.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Let's have a first look at that weather. The South African Weather Service has issued 2 yellow level 2 warnings for today. Damaging wind and waves leading to difficulty in navigation at sea are expected between Cape Agulhas and Plettenberg Bay. Additionally, damaging waves that may cause vessels to take on water and capsize, as well as difficulty in navigation, are expected between Plettenberg Bay and Port Alfred. Furthermore, very cold conditions are expected in places over the interior of the Western Cape, Namakwa District Municipality in the Northern Cape, and the northeastern high ground of the Eastern Cape. Now, this is your first official reminder to share your morning views with us. Remember that number 063-408-8863 as we get into your Tuesday. We hope that we're able to see exactly what you're seeing this morning. For now, let's have a look at your temperatures for what you can expect in your side today.
Nice and cold start for sure. Sutherland -5. Come now. Hello,
Imagine.
winter. So a hot cup of coffee. I think that's just the thing. Do you drink milk?
I would love some milk if you don't mind, Ewan. Well, listen, we still have so much coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've just got started, so of course, loads to come your way. We're going to talk all things to do with gut health, right? And I don't know if you knew this, but your gut actually can impact the mood that you're in for the day. So no excuses here. We're going to take care of the root problem and make sure that you're feeling your best self every single day.
You seem to be in a good mood.
I'm always in a good mood.
So the gut's good.
The gut is, it could be better.
We'll get some tips on how to get the gut better a little bit later. And then, of course, like I've mentioned earlier on as well, Lorenzo Dares is here, Expresso sports producer. Man, so much action at the Olympics, but we got to focus on Tatiana Smith and that gold medal. She's just phenomenal.
Oh, I'm so proud. Come on,
and it's a significant win for her as well. We'll chat through everything that you need to know Olympics in just a bit. Cheers. Oh, butter.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Health Tuesday, and we've got to get into chatting about gut health in particular. Now, in recent years, the topic of gut health has gained significant attention for its profound impact on our overall well-being. I don't know if you knew that, but if you didn't, you want to stick around for this chat, because from digestion and immunity to mental health, our gut plays a crucial role in maintaining a healthy body and mind. And this morning, we're thrilled to have seasoned dietitian Catherine Day alongside Dr. Manoj Bhagwandeen, a general practitioner with a special interest in medical aesthetics, to discuss practical ways to improve and maintain gut health. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm very interested in getting to this conversation.
This is a big one because I think we all deal with it.
Yes.
We all have guts, and if the gut isn't functioning like it's supposed to function, we are not happy people. Doc Catherine, once again, thank you very much. Doc, let's talk about it. We just spoke off air. I mean, there's a direct link between your gut and your mind. Obviously, a bad gut is going to influence your mood. But before we get to the mood, let's talk about health. There's bacteria in the gut. It sounds not right when we say it, but it's good to have bacteria. Talk about that bacteria in your gut, what it's supposed to be like, and also how does it affect your health?
Yeah.
Well, good morning, and thanks for having me back on the show, and good morning to all the viewers. So let's put this into a little bit of perspective, because as you say, it does sound a little bit weird knowing that these creatures are living in and on us, right?
Yeah.
So as a species, as humans, we've actually evolved with this symbiotic relationship between what we would call good bacteria and ourselves. So we give them something and they give us something in return. To put it into quantity, it's estimated there's something like 40 to 100 trillion bacteria and other organisms that live in and on us. To put it into a weight perspective, about 1 to 2 kilograms of our actual weight is made up with these organisms that are not actually us.
It's not
There's a
actually
thought.
me.
Exactly. So that just gives you a perspective. But what's happened over our evolution, we've incorporated these into our ability to survive the environment. And these bacteria, especially within our gut, largely are responsible for our digestion of the foods that we eat. Our bodies themselves cannot actually digest most of the foods that we eat. These bacteria do it for us. They then present the broken down components of the food to our systems to be absorbed. And in so doing, they also manufacture certain hormones, vitamins, etc., that we cannot manufacture ourselves, but is essential for our survival.
My goodness.
You've already mentioned it's an integral part of our immune system. It's actually the largest component of our immune system, our gut system, and these bacteria play a vital component in that. First, they act as a first doorkeeper or protector by allowing, let's say, the more dangerous bacteria not to invade our systems, and secondly, they directly regulate our immune system. Then we also know they directly affect our metabolism. Studies have shown that people who have a disrupted normal gut microbiome are more likely to have certain metabolic conditions like diabetes, or more prone to things like obesity, etc. Sure. And lastly, a very important component is what you've mentioned already. This is the direct effect it has on our brain, on our mood. And this we refer to as the gut-brain axis. And there's a direct link between the bacteria, our gut system, and our brain with regards to hormones, etc. So it's a vital component of our survival and our ability to function.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Doc,
there's
for that. It's a lot in there, but I'm absorbing it because, wow, like you said, I mean, it affects everybody. We all have a gut. And speaking of, I mean, from a dietitian's perspective, I know you spoke about digestion, and fiber comes up a lot in conversation. So I wonder the impact fiber has, and what sort of foods contain fiber?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, we always think of we need to feed ourselves, but we also need to feed these bacteria that are living in our gut. Sure. And fiber is what they eat.
No, you can't be selfish now, people.
No, totally, right? And so we need to make sure that we feed our gut a variety of fiber sources, because there are, as we learned, trillions of bacteria in our gut, and they all actually eat something different. So variety is very important, and then fiber is important because that's what they eat. And fiber is found in plants. That's where fiber comes from. So bacteria don't eat protein, they don't eat meat, they don't eat fat, but they eat fiber. So we need to make sure that we are getting in enough fiber through what we're eating every day. And fiber is found in fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, again, just think plants.
Yeah. Fascinating. You know, there's so much going on in the gut, and with all of that bacteria as well, you can understand also by what you said earlier, if just the slightest bit of confusion happens in the gut. It can affect your overall mood, like you've mentioned as well, because there is that direct link. But I got to ask about stress. We do live in high stress environments, fast-paced lives. How does stress act on the gut, and what does it mean? What do we need to know?
Okay, so as you correctly say, stress affects us all, and it affects us all in different ways. And you'll find the stress response largely accounts for an increase in what we call cortisol levels. But even before that, stress can directly affect the internal environment of our gut, and in so doing, affect the environment that these necessary bacteria function in. The cortisol will then cause disruption in the gut lining, and we need an intact gut lining to function properly, to keep things out and allow certain things to pass through. And then we also know that stress directly affects the nervous system. So in other words, when we're anxious, we tend to get this queasy sensation in our tummies, etc. But when it's a prolonged stress feature, we tend to have constant stimulation of the gut, causing us a condition called irritable bowel syndrome, bloating, pain, cramps, diarrhea, etc.
Which in turn will affect your mood.
Which absolutely, and then obviously, like I mentioned, there's this direct gut-brain axis, and this has a constant to and fro interaction between our brain, which directly affects our mood through the neurotransmitters that are secreted or not secreted.
Oh, sure.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, I think this all kind of links together because, Catherine, I want to talk about processed food. Like, we do live in a very stressful environment. It's very fast-paced. We're always on the go no matter what your
Looking for the
lifestyle
easy
looks like.
options.
Yeah,
Convenience
quick, easy.
is key, right? So processed food, should we be eating it? Should it be, in moderation
Limited.
or just cut off completely?
Well, if you think of processed food and you think of the gut microbiome, processed foods often don't have any fiber in. So essentially, if that's all you're eating, you're not feeding your gut bacteria. And again, these are live organisms. They need to eat. So unfortunately, when it comes to quick and easy, it is so quick and easy to go for that quick, easy option. But for your long-term health, it is something that won't aid you very much because processed foods mostly are high in sugar and also contain quite a lot of the unhealthy fats, which only drive inflammation. And, 80% of our immune system starts in our gut. And so, if you're promoting a constant environment like that, that's why we have heard things about, your gut microbiome being linked to all sorts of diseases, including obesity, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's. So yeah, it's really important to look after those microorganisms.
Yeah, I see, and that's where
I
I think the term balanced diet, is being put under the spotlight here to make sure protein, fibers, all the different macros and micros get in there to keep it healthy. We are going to continue with Catherine and Dr. Bhagwandine in just a bit, talking about how we can actually go about keeping the gut healthy with all of those organisms. It does sound weird. We've got to feed them. It's like something out of Alien. But I mean,
that freaks me out.
It's us. It's how we function, and we got to look after it from the right perspective. So stick around for that chat in just a bit. Right now, though, it is Tuesday, just in case you forgot, and that means it is time for our Pharmacy of the Week, where we salute the remarkable individuals leading the charge in healthcare. And this morning, a tribute to these fearless champions, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. So let's quickly take a look at this week's Pharmacy of the Week, Sanurama Pharmacy in Lenasia.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
It's 34 years we are here. It started as a small pharmacy serving general population of Lenasia. But obviously over the time period it has grown into a different kind of demographics where we serve the people around Lenasia as well. The staff is the main core because obviously we deal with different languages and sometimes we might not be able to interpret every language. Patients have different kinds of needs and they might not be able to communicate directly to me as a pharmacist, but then those patients can be also helped by the rest of the staff who speak the language, comfortableness maybe by a female to a female. So all those staff play an important role in bringing, the services to the fore. The support that we got from the community at large has made us where we are today. Otherwise, without the community, we're nothing.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Carenza Parisi, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Now, this morning, we just want to take a moment to thank all of the pharmacists out there making a difference in their communities. We really do appreciate you. Thank you very much for your hard work. We're going to take a very, very quick break. When we come back, we continue our discussion about gut health, and we specifically also focus on probiotics and prebiotics. What's the difference? What does it mean? And how do they act upon your gut? Stick around for that. And if you have any questions, you can always log on to our socials. You can WhatsApp us 063 408 8863. And also your last chance now to go and vote for my outfit on this Tuesday. I gave you 2 epic outfits. Please log on to social media and tell me, is it option 1? Is it option 2? Which one do you want to see me wear on the show today? We'll get that dress then for you in just a couple of minutes. For now, we'll take a quick break. Go recharge your coffee cup. We'll see you now.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. A very quick break and we are back. Welcome to your Feel Good morning show. It is, of course, Expresso on S3. And we're continuing our discussion on gut health, exploring how our diet and lifestyle choices can actually make such a big difference. And we, of course, have our experts on the couch, Dr. Manoj Bagwandeen, as well as dietitian Catherine Day. They're here to help us understand the benefits of things like fermented food and the effects of antibiotics, and also how to tailor our diet for better health. I think that's what everybody's trying to go for. We want to live longer, and also we want to live well, right?
Yes,
live
totally.
healthily. But it's a fully encompassed look at this. So maybe, Catherine, we can talk about something that I've seen trend everywhere. I'm talking sauerkraut, I'm talking kefir, I'm talking kombucha, fermented foods. The favorite F word that seems to be on everyone's lips right now. Is it good for us? How does it benefit our gut health?
Well, basically fermented foods is putting bacteria back into your gut because of how they are made. They are made through fermentation. So as long as you have a healthy gut bacteria, it's really good to put these in, because what I like to think of when I think of your gut microbiome, there's some goodies and some baddies, right? And basically what the fermented foods do is they add more goodies into your gut. So they compete with the baddies, and that overall promotes a healthier gut microbiome. And you know, in South Africa, I think we forget that we have our own fermented food, amasi, which a lot of our population do consume, which is a wonderful fermented food. Also something like yogurt, but the yogurt has to have live cultures in. That's also a good source of probiotics. And then you get your other more fancy ones, like the ones we've mentioned as well already, yeah.
So the idea is to have more goodies than baddies, is what you're saying, or a balance of the two?
It's always good to have a balance. You know, you'll never eradicate the baddies completely.
Right.
As we mentioned, it's a relationship that's within the gut. But, you know, the whole idea around maybe why IBS becomes a problem, one of the theories is that there's an imbalance or in the gut bacteria.
Okay. Well, I think one way to sort of combat a lot of this is really improving our overall wellness and our lifestyle factors, right? I think in Cape Town, it's quite easy because you can step outside, go for a walk, grab something healthy to eat on your way there, and cool, my day is sorted. But how does our lifestyle really impact everything we've spoken about today and that relationship that we've got to maintain in our bodies?
So as we've already mentioned, keeping the balance within your gut is integral to our general well-being. So making sure we have our fiber regularly, making sure we are having these fermented foods regularly, making sure we are avoiding exposing ourselves to the pathogens, the bad bacteria out there, and recognizing if and when we do that, what to do. Staying properly hydrated is a vital component to this. As we mentioned earlier, controlling our stress levels. Exercise, taking walks, avoiding stresses, enjoying the sunshine and a beautiful environment we're actually blessed with. These are all vital components to managing this. Then obviously, direct lifestyle changes like controlling alcohol and smoking. Cut it off if you can. Make sure you're eating properly, eating timelessly, eating raw whole foods as opposed to the easily available processed foods. And then an important part, if and when you do actually need an antibiotic, make sure it's used appropriately. We know that antibiotics by and large can be used inappropriately, and if when used inappropriately can cause a disbalance in the system, causing us further harm.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because it is that season where lots of people are, falling ill. Antibiotics seem to be within arm's reach. So it does actually impact our gut directly.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
So antibiotics are absolutely fantastic when they're used appropriately. In other words, when we use an antibiotic, they have what's called a broad spectrum of antibiotics. In other words, they're not very discriminate with regards to what they kill off. So when we take it, it's going to kill off the good bacteria and the bad ones that are causing us harm at that time. And in so doing, it disrupts this fine balance that we've described. And when this happens, the bacteria then cannot function as they normally should, giving us all the benefits I've spoken about. It can actually damage the lining of the gut itself, which makes it more permeable to and fro, and obviously causing us issues. So my suggestion is, if you ever need to use an antibiotic, make sure it's used appropriately. Make sure it's prescribed by a registered practitioner, a healthcare practitioner. Use it as prescribed. And if and when you do, use a probiotic with it. Use a prebiotic with it. Make sure you're taking your fermented foods with it. Hydrate yourself properly. And always remember, if you're taking any medication, antibiotics included, if you develop any symptoms or any untoward side effects, please notify the prescribing healthcare practitioner as soon as you can to sort it out.
Well, Doc, that was a beautiful segue because, Catherine, I did want to ask you, touched on it earlier, about this prebiotic and probiotic chat. Can we get it in a pill? Is it something we can eat? Like you mentioned, some yogurts have it as well. So what is this chat all about?
So probiotics, they can be found in foods that we've just discussed. And then some people do find it quite helpful to take a supplement. I think, when you're taking supplements, as almost with antibiotics, you do have to make sure that you're taking the right strain at the right dose. I think that is very important. Also, there are different strains that are used for different conditions. So, for instance, I wouldn't recommend someone use a specific strain that I know is good for IBS in particular if they had thrush. So there's a lot of good research out there because probiotics have been around for quite some time. So strain and dose is very, very important.
Okay, so many notes to take down. I love it. But I also love that you've included quite accessible points about lifestyle changes and also including just more raw foods in your diet, right? To ensure that balance. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Catherine, so much for being here. We look forward to the next chat because best believe there will be one. Maintaining a balanced diet, of course, and managing stress and making informed lifestyle choices, like we mentioned before, do play a vital role in supporting our gut. And that's exactly what we want to do. For now, though, that's where we wrap up our health talk and we move into fashion because just moments ago, Ewan asked you at home to help him choose between two pairs of denims, a straight leg and a slim fit. And for today's show, let's have a look at some of your feedback. Thank you so much for getting in touch on our socials. Look at Ewan looking so good, man. Well, Shireen Abraham says, good morning, Ewan and the team. Happy Tuesday. I choose option 1 for Ewan and I love the denim jacket. I can't wait to see the outfit on him. Have a super super day, team. Lots and lots of love. Thank you, Shireen. We're sending you so much love back. Well, Mark Gavin got in touch saying, bit of a difficult choice here. They both look stunning, but I will go for outfit number 1. Ewan will love the Metro Man outfit. Okay, Metro Man. Esme Henry saying, good morning, option 1 for Ewan today. Smart casual is the way to go. Okay, it seems like we're definitely pushing towards one direction. Melanie Mostert saying, good morning, Expresso team. I am going for number 1. While the votes are in, they're being tallied as we speak. And Claudia also weighed in saying, good morning, family. Option 1 for me. Okay, that's about 5 to 6 votes for option 1. Are there any more? Only time will tell. That was it. Well, I guess the votes are in and you have spoken, which means the man himself, the Metro Man, looks so good. Denim
Look at
on
that.
denim.
Come on, man. The Canadian tuxedo, as we call it, denim on denim. I love it. I'm a big fan of a denim jacket paired with a collared shirt like this one, a poplin shirt, some straight cut jeans, and some lovely loafers.
Come on, man, with
it's
the
It's
loafers.
a loafer situation going on here, and there we go.
I don't believe I've seen you in a denim on
What do you
denim,
think?
and you need to definitely do this more going forward. Also, the mix of denim colors are really good too.
I know. So it's a two-tone thing. I think it might look a little bit weird if it's like all the same color, because then it's like overall vibes.
I love an overall moment, but this is good. The people have spoken and they spoke so well because Ewan looks good. Our Metro Man is in the building. Thank you so much for helping him choose.
Yeah,
something
guys,
so
thank you
great.
very much. I feel great. And now we can get on with the rest of this Tuesday. So there we have it. Thank you very much. I think you guys
Beautiful.
made the perfect choice because I do feel good. And you know what happens when you feel good and you look good? You do good.
Yes.
It is just like that. So there we have it. Versatile, durable, long-lasting. I mean, you can discover the denim details with Woolworths. It is available in-store, online, and on the app.
One more turnaround for us. Come on, Ewan Metro Man. Let's get it.
There we go. It was the most elegant turn I could do.
Sheesh.
Alrighty, and now that we are dressed and ready, well, I'm dressed and ready, you were dressed and
I
ready
was being
already.
dressed.
We're going to take a very quick break. When you come back, Lorenzo Durry's on the couch. We're talking about that beautiful win from Tatiana Smith, 100-meter breaststroke gold at the Olympics, man, and what a race. And then, of course, it wouldn't be, the Olympics if we don't have our very own edition of our Expresso Olympic Games.
I'm very
as
excited
well.
about this. You missed out yesterday. We played some darts. So now we're going to definitely put you through the ringer. We're going to throw some balls because we're going bowling, baby. And we're going to see how well all of us do on the leaderboard. You're going to want to stick around for this. We'll see you after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to this your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3 on your Tuesday morning, and of course on day 3 of the Paris Olympics. Team SA had, oh man, a successful day, securing 2 medals, 1 gold and 1 bronze. Alan Hatherley earned bronze in the mountain bike competition, while Tatiana Smith claimed gold in the 100-meter breaststroke. Now, of course, Lorenzo Darius, the man himself, Expresso sports producer, joins us this morning to chat all things Olympics, especially around these 2 medals. Lorenzo, my friend.
I'm still awake.
Are you still awake?
I'm still awake
Since
yesterday. It's been a struggle. There was surfing on at like 10 to 12 last night as well. But I am here. I'm keeping it going.
Yeah, feeling good
The next 2 weeks is going to show. Do I still have a job?
No, you will. Look, you're committed to your job, my friend. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Listen, let's talk firstly about that bronze medal.
Yes.
Bronze medal, Alan Hatherley, men's cross country. Incredible. I mean, what are some of the... You watched the race.
Yes, I tried to.
I
tried to. I was all day with Carissa, so that's right.
We spent so much time yesterday.
We spent so much time, but I must say I was really impressed. Did not expect him to medal. You know, there's sometimes you know these guys, but you don't expect them to, because there's an under 20. We've got amazing mountains.
Yeah.
You know, you and I've seen photos of you chilling out in the mountains.
In the bussies.
Yeah, in the bussies. Carissa, you've been out there. You've seen the trails that we have, the winelands. We've got a lot of racers, mountain bikers in this country. They're just, you know, they haven't taken it further. It's always the European teams that are winning everything and taking it. So quite significant that we finally get, you know, someone taking a mountain bike bronze, and I will take a bronze. Come on, we're the country. We're winning. If we're winning, we've got at the end that he was gutted at himself, because he had the lead at some point. But that is where a champion's mentality. He struggled in Rio, he struggled in Tokyo, and now he's taken it a little bit further. Now I hope that this gives him that determination to push. Cool, I've done 3rd place. I can do 2nd now. If I go to the next one, I can do 1st. Because you need to do something.
He's on the podium,
there
my
you
friend.
go.
I think that hunger will start now, especially. You know, so he's going to do well. We got to talk about Tatiana very quickly.
Yes.
Smith. I mean,
Let's give a round of applause for our first gold medal. Come on, guys. Come on.
Yes.
And what a win, dude.
Yes.
I mean, in that final stretches.
Yes.
And she took it by a very small
Not her
margin.
discipline, eh?
But she got it.
Yeah.
But
Guys, can we start respecting? We'll never do that to men out there. Let's show our gold medal women and ladies in our team some respect, and she deserves every ounce of it.
Well, if Lorenzo said it, you got to do it, all right? Thank you so much,
man.
Lo. I absolutely love this Olympic chat, and it's going to continue throughout the month of August too. And speaking about Olympics, we also, of course, need to do our own Olympics, but you don't have to miss out on any of the action, okay? Because the Paris Olympic action is on SABC Sport, and the games will air on all 4 channels, SABC TV channels, and 19 SABC radio stations. And you can also, of course, follow www.sabcsport.co.za and SABC Plus for all of the action. Very exciting times.
No, looking forward to it, man. And we're heading into day 4 now, and there's still a lot to come, my friend. So we're going to be unpacking it. But, you know, we're also going to bring it to the Expresso studio just a little bit. So we've been busy with the Expresso Olympic Games.
Yep. You missed out yesterday. You know,
I know. I saw the dartboard.
Carissa ran away. I'm waiting for the day Carissa plays darts with us.
And I was going to kill everybody, bro. My age would have been like...
She's been doing it young age.
But listen, let's get up here for a second, Lorenzo, because today is bowling, and this is
the shirt that I'm wearing as well.
Lorenzo's got his bowling shirt on.
I've got my bowling shirt on.
We are now going to just make sure that we know who's the champs and who's the losers in our Expresso Olympic Games with regards to bowling today. And we are keeping score. So you're going to tell us how it works. Each contestant get 2 tries.
Yes, so you get 2 tries. So the thing is, your objective is to get as many pins down.
Okay.
If you get a full strike, I'll give you 20 points.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm aiming for.
That is so that you can win. If you don't, you get a second chance.
Okay.
What that means is that we'll just take the score out of 10.
Okay.
If you win, you get 10 points.
Okay.
If I win, I get 10 points.
Okay.
If you lose, you get 5 and 3 points.
Okay, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still going to be generous, but I'm
Okay.
joining in on this.
Nice.
So I'm going to do the first attempt. and
Okay.
then
Is it from here?
Yes, we're
That's
going to
so
do
close.
it.
I will be here.
Yes, you will
Monitor.
be over there. Monitor. Cool. So I hope
I'll
that
do
I'm
from
going to
here.
get this, guys. My hand and eye coordination is not that great.
Let's see. Okay, that's
okay,
all right.
Stephen.
Let's try again.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So
bad,
that's
not
1, 2,
bad.
3, 4, 5 points for me.
Okay.
There we go.
Yes.
So 5 points for you.
Yes.
Carissa,
get that
there's
ball over
there's
there.
a,
You
a
get
ball
it.
for you, and I'll go
it's
run
even
all the
little
way
balls.
behind the studio.
That's
Go
so
and get this
cute.
one.
Okay, well done, Lorenzo.
So that's 5 points. Cool. I'm going to be
Okay.
Mark Boucher,
Okay.
and I'm waiting for it.
I think
Okay.
I'm overconfident. Okay.
You got this.
is
You're gonna
very
use the
good.
You
fingers.
can do
I
this.
can't use the fingers. Okay. No, you know what? It's the floor. It's the floor.
Yeah, it's the floor.
Let me aim this way.
Yeah,
Oh!
Oh, okay.
come on.
Okay. Ewan,
Not
you need a strike.
bad.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, it was a strike. 20 points.
20 points to me.
Okay, let me just see here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to set these.
Yes, I will set these up for you very quickly.
But none of you really did the whole like,
Come
know
on,
you
you
guys-
can do that.
you know, it's a
we
bowling
need to,
thing.
You need to adjust.
You know?
You need to adjust.
If
it
I had
a
more
bit.
space, I'll do the slide as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, Homer Simpson.
Seasoned bowler over here.
All
Okay,
right,
my
yeah,
friend.
seasoned bowler.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all in
This
the
is
hips.
so
All in the
weird.
hips. Oh.
Kind of unfair because
Okay.
you're taller.
All right.
What?
Yes.
No, don't go there.
Cool. So we've got 4 down.
Okay.
I think that I won.
Ladies and gentlemen,
If my boys
your
watch-
winner, the first lady of Expresso, Carissa Cupido!
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you.
I just want to apologize
yeah.
on behalf of my boys who were probably watching this and thought, Dad, what on earth?
That's sportsmanship. Give me your
No,
hand.
no, it's
There
good.
you
Well
go.
done, well done, well done, well done. That was good.
Well done.
Well done. Too bad your bowling shirt didn't help you today.
Yeah, it didn't. All right, so first place is Carissa. She gets 10 points.
Okay.
I redeem myself that I was not lost again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get 5 points, and you are on the board with 3 points.
Yay! All right, so
so
stay
good.
tuned for more Expresso Olympic Games action for sure. Zanele, what do you make of that?
Oh, honey, I am absolutely loving everything happening with the Expresso Olympic Games. I feel like you guys are just winners. I feel like you're going to bring home the gold, and I see it in you, okay? And this is why, actually, my friend, we're loving Olympics so much. Later on in the day, I'm going to Home Affairs, ne? I'm going to change my name to Tatiana Smith. The middle one. It's going to be Zanele Tatiana Smith. Why? She's amazing. Thank you very much. But before we get to that, we've got a whole lot to do here on the show, my friend. And coming up, we're going to be hearing from Simone Clippies, our beautiful influencer. She's going to be giving us some hair care advice. And then we are going to be blown away by Vikas Boertma. But first, we need to get to know him a little bit better, which we're going to be doing in a little bit. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on S3 with myself, Zanele Tatiana Smith Potelwa. It's so good to be with you. And my friend, this morning we are celebrating excellence, all in the name of the music that keeps us going. Someone who has been a prominent player in the music scene over the last couple of years is Wikus Bootma. He, of course, is the guy who makes everything so much better with his melodies and his beautiful voice and all of the different ways in which he comes at you with his music. But more than anything else, my lovely, he's the person who continues to make a huge mark on people whenever he performs live, because the live music scene, he's the king. Thank you very much. He's in the building here to celebrate his brand new song, Stadig oor die klippe. And my friend, let's give him a feel-good welcome, shall we? Everyone, Wikus Bootma! Wikus, how are you?
I'm great, great.
Oh,
and
it's
you?
so good to be. I'm good. Baie dankie.
Mooi.
Very good. Wikus, tell me, where did your love for music begin? Because you've been in this music business for a while.
Yeah. So it's always say that I'm going to make the story as short as possible. It's quite a long story, but I'm going to just give you a few points. So I started doing shows when I was 14 years old.
My goodness.
I started singing way before that, but that's kind of where the career started.
Yeah.
When I was 16, I did Idols, and all 4 judges back then said yes, and I went through to the next round. And I think that is when I realized, okay, maybe I can actually sing, and maybe I can pursue a career in it. And since then, I just started doing more shows. 18 years old, moved to Pretoria from my hometown in Pangeni, and I've been doing it full time since then.
I love that Mpangeni's finest is what you are, and especially because I feel like you do so many different things, from singing, songwriting, and everything else in between. But to be a songwriter, you're somebody who has to be really, really in touch with your vulnerable side.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, you have to be able to tell those difficult stories. So how do you do that?
So yeah, sometimes the thing is, most of my songs actually come to me when I'm driving. Like when I'm alone, I love driving. I love being alone in the car on the road for hours. And that's where I do most of my thinking.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's when you like just go deep into yourself and you're like, okay, what is actually happening in my heart right now? And then sometimes something comes up. Sometimes it's a melody. Sometimes it's a lyric. And then you have to go sit. And sometimes it is hard. I've had times where I had to sit, and then it is such a deep topic that is, and you have to be so vulnerable that it's actually hard to sit there and write it out.
Of course.
But that's the beauty of music. And the cool thing is that whatever's happening in your heart, there's someone out there who's experiencing the exact same thing, even though you don't feel like it. You know, like always, like after a breakup and stuff, you feel like the whole world is ending and no one understands what you're going through. But there are millions out there that's going through the same thing.
Yeah.
So when you just put your heart on paper, then people will relate with it. And I think that's the beauty of it.
Because this is why I'm so grateful for people like you, because you allow us to make us, like, you know, feel like we're not alone in all of this heartbreak and things like that. But I also know that, you know, every single song does have a story behind it, whether it is being, you know, inspired by somebody else or it comes from your heart, like you say.
Yes.
So speak to us about Stadig oor die klippe. Yeah, what is the story?
So Stadig oor die klippe is just an Afrikaans saying, meaning let's just take it slow, right? So what happened is I was with a friend at my house the other day, and we said, maybe we should write something. And what happened is that same morning, my wife made a joke and said, oh, today's our meet-iversary. It's like a few years since we met on this day, you know?
That's so cute.
And then, I was like, what are you saying?
Yes.
And then it took me back. It took me back to when we met, you know? And I got those feelings, and I was like, oh, man, what a great time. It was in 2020, what a crazy year.
Sure.
And then I met the love of my life. And so I was thinking about that time. And I was sitting, me and my friend, and just started writing and playing guitar. And then I thought about that honeymoon phase, you know, and that like falling in love, and how you're telling yourself, okay, wait, I need to take it slow, but at the same time, you're just going at 100 miles per hour. So basically, the song says, Stadig oor die klippe, let's take it slow, but in the same breath, you're saying like, I'm going all in.
Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. You know what, Wikus, I feel like we are so grateful for people like you who are genuinely so honest with their work. And this is why it comes out and why people fall in love with your music so much more. So thank you for that. And we're so excited for your lovely performances that you're about to give us. Yes, Expresso family, you need to stick around because this guy right here, absolute superstar. I can tell you this much. And trust me, if you don't know him just yet, you're going to know him this morning. Wikus Bootma is the name, and he's not going anywhere. Stick around because for now, we need to take care of business. It is Carissa standing by with the news headlines.
Just a moment before we hit the top of the hour, let's check in with national headlines first. Cape Town International Airport Management reports that all critical systems have been restored after a power outage disrupted inbound and outbound flights on Sunday. Now, the outage impacted runway lights, airside fire and rescue, and navigation services, preventing flights from departing or landing. Airports Company South Africa Limited Regional Manager Mark McLean said that 15 flights were affected. He explained that a major fault occurred on one of the main cables on the airfield, causing significant damage to critical infrastructure. President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced efforts to enhance public procurement for social and economic advancement. In his weekly letter, Ramaphosa highlighted the recently signed Public Procurement Act designed to foster local industry growth and job creation. Now, the act aims to curb misuse of public funds and establish a public procurement office in the National Treasury to standardize and modernize procurement via technology. Additionally, it bans state officials from engaging in state business and improves transparency by detailing bid processes and supplier awards. Moving on to international news, Israel's Security Cabinet has authorized Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his defense minister to decide when and how to retaliate for a deadly rocket attack Israel and the US say was carried out by the Lebanese Shia militant group Hezbollah. It was the deadliest cross-border incident in months of exchanges of fire between the two sides. Now, the attack heightened fears that what has been relatively contained hostilities so far could spiral into an all-out war. Western governments are urging Israel to show restraint in its response. Ethiopian Airlines posted revenue of $7 billion for its 2023-2024 financial year, up from $6.1 billion from the previous year, driven by higher passenger numbers, reported the Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation. Now, the airline carried 17.1 million passengers, a 23% increase, and expects to carry 20 million passengers next year, boosted by new routes and a rebound in global travel. Plans include adding 5 new routes and ordering 125 more planes to accommodate a projected 30% increase in passenger transport for the next year. Now, we close off news with this story for this hour, where Barbie fans will love this one. Toy company Mattel has unveiled the first ever blind Barbie, adding to its inclusive doll collection. Now, this Barbie sports a white and red cane with a marshmallow tip and stylish sunglasses on her head for extra eye protection. Meanwhile, Barbie enthusiasts can marvel at a full-size Barbie dream house for sale in New Jersey in the US. This vibrant bungalow features a cinema room, large walk-in wardrobe, craft room, and even a handbag wall, all in delightful pinks and lavenders with daisy wallpaper. Now, one social media commentator described it as a killer dopamine inspiration, adding, "I feel like it would be impossible to have a bad day living there." Well, is it cheery or cheesy? I'll leave that up to you to decide. Me, for one, I'm here for a Barbie moment. Let's see what other moments we have in your world of sports. Here's Ewan.
Thanks, Carissa. Lots of Olympic moments for sure. Starting off with this one, mountain biker Alan Hatherley secured South Africa's second medal for the Paris Olympics, winning a bronze in the... Well done, Alan. And then to the swimming pools, Tatiana Smith won the women's 100-meter Olympic breaststroke gold, showcasing a remarkable late surge in a thrill. The tennis courts now, Rafael Nadal bid farewell to his fans on the Philippe Chatrier court after a disappointing exit in the second round of the Olympic singles competition. The two-time Olympic gold medalist lost to his longtime rival Novak Djokovic in straight sets, 6-1, 6-4. Now, Djokovic's dominant performance marked their 60th head-to-head encounter and saw him overpower Nadal at Roland Garros, a venue, of course, that is synonymous with the Spaniard's legendary success, including 14 of his 22 Grand Slam titles. And we'll end up with this one. Daiki Hashimoto delivered a stunning performance to secure Japan's record-extending 8th Olympic men's team gymnastics gold. Now, the competition saw arch rivals China stumble in the final rotation, with Sue Wader's 2 falls on the horizontal bars, leaving the door open for Japan to clinch victory by just 0.532 points. Japan finished with an overall tally of 259.594, while the United States took bronze. Definitely a lot of action out at the Olympics, and still lots more to come. We'll keep you updated. For now, though, let's take a first look at your traffic.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Just 7:05. The roads are definitely waking up now. And we start off in Germiston in Gauteng, where there's congestion on the N3 northbound at Gluli's interchange. Delays are expected, so of course allow for some added travel time to your schedule this morning. And going to Cape Town and Athlone, heavy delays are expected on the N2 inbound at the ramp to Jakes Cadville. Maintain a safe following distance and plan your route accordingly. That wraps up our roads for now. Let's have a look at your weather. Today's highlights in water issues include Rand Water announcing that its technical team have completed infrastructure maintenance work on the Mapleton system on schedule. Tshwane Metro says Rand Water is currently changing pipelines and pumping water into the Mapleton system will resume once the process is complete. Water tankers have since been deployed in affected areas. Rand Water is also currently engaged in final maintenance work on the Palmit system. It'll be completed by 9 o'clock tonight. A water supply will be reduced to 76% during this period. Tshwane Metro has asked residents in low-lying areas to use water sparingly to give the bulk water system and reservoirs a chance to recover. Now, before we wrap up your weather, we have to take a look at this beautiful sunrise view of this hour sent from Simonstown. This one is from Greg. And I just love how the morning has broken into the day. Look at that. Absolutely stunning colors to add to your Tuesday. And Greg, we wish you nothing but the most beautiful Tuesday ahead of you. Drawing some beautiful inspiration from that morning view. I hope you are too. And you still have an opportunity to share your morning view with us on 063 408 8863. We look forward to seeing that just after 8 o'clock. For now, let's have a look at your temperatures for today.
There we have your weather and your temperatures. Nice and chilly start to your Tuesday. Stay warm out there, South Africa, but we got lots to stay warm over here, right here in your Expresso Feel Good studio still coming up. But for now, if you are feeling lucky, then listen up. You can play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 35 million Rand in total estimated jackpots today, this Tuesday, and you could win really big. Now, don't get left behind. Play Powerball for an estimated 21 million Rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 14 million Rand. I'm happy with either one of those. Now, if you want to win, you need to play. That's the only way. You can buy your tickets today in store on the nationallottery.co.za website or the mobile app. You can also buy tickets through cell phone banking or by simply dialing *120 *7529# if you want to enter via USSD. And of course, we've also, just for you, posted all of those details on our Expresso social media pages, so go check them out. Remember, Panda Push-Up Play, Powerball and Powerball Plus for 35 million Rand in total estimated jackpots today, and you could become Mzansi's next big multi-millionaire. If you're going to go play also, just keep in mind, do so responsibly.
Now, speaking about playing, of course, I have the beautiful foodie with me. Her name is Nwabisa. I'm going to hand her these, and she's going to try her hand at our Olympic sport as I tell you what more you can expect on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I'm crossing fingers for you.
Okay.
I think that you can do this. I think you've got this.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, still coming your way. Please go ahead. We've got Simone Campis, a hair influencer. That's all right. We can go for round two. A hair influencer that's going to give us some hair care advice. Can't wait to get into that. And if she's not good at sports, that's all right. She's a foodie. She's even better in the kitchen. And Nwabisa is going to show us exactly how to make a floral butter. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Easy enough to make?
Very easy enough to make.
Oh, perfect.
Absolutely.
That's my kind of recipe. We're going to get together in the kitchen and make sure that we show you, our Feel Good Breakfast Show family, how to make a beautiful floral butter. We'll see you after this.
There are stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
We are joined right now by influencer Simone Campis to learn about how to build up confidence again and how she avoids dandruff issues. Now, 50% of the population does suffer from it, so there's no need to hide from it, okay? There's no shame here. There is no embarrassment if we have anything to do with it. Simone, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Carissa.
Of course. Well, let's get straight into this because if there's any two things that a woman wants to be, it is confident and it is flake-free. So talk me through your hair care routine that ensures that those two boxes are ticked.
Well, what I love to do is I like to keep my scalp clean. Like you mentioned, it helps you feel confident. So it's winter right now. What I love to do during the winter months is not overwash my scalp like I would do in the summer months. So I like to use a Selsun 1%. It's my favorite one. I specifically like the menthol one. And what I love to do with it is just focus it on my scalp. Sometimes I don't need to focus it that much on my hair, but I absolutely love focusing it on my scalp and ensuring that it stays super clean but not dry. dry.
Yes, and I like that because some people get a bit confused. It's your scalp that needs the help, not necessarily the end bit of your strand, right?
Exactly.
But I know that you follow quite a busy lifestyle. You're on the go, doing one thing to the other, and I wonder how you incorporate this product. Are we talking once a week? You said you don't want to overwash your scalp. How do you use this product?
So I would use it once a week, only when necessary. Or if I feel like I am experiencing a bit of an itch, I would just add some in a water bottle and spray it on my scalp. And I would then just take some water and I would just rinse it out. So that's what I like to do when I'm on the go and I'm kind of busy and I really need my scalp to be squeaky clean. That's kind of the regimen that I would follow.
I love that. And you said in winter, I mean, we don't have to wash our hair that often, but if you are somebody that likes a lot of movement, right? You go for a run every day, you're out in the gym hitting those fitness goals. Would you recommend washing it a little bit more often than once a week?
I would recommend washing it more than once a week. Maybe look at like twice a week, but washing it every day is just going to cause your scalp to be dry. And that will then lead to more itchiness, more dryness on the scalp, which is not what we want. So I would definitely recommend only washing it like thrice a week if necessary.
Yeah, like at the absolute most.
Like if it's necessary.
Well, staying confident is definitely, I would say, key to being an influencer. You always have eyes on you. And I wonder how you both channel this confidence, but also what you would say to somebody struggling with dandruff.
What I would say to someone struggling with dandruff is target the pain point. I myself know when I struggle with dandruff, it does get my confidence a bit because it will now kind of determine what hairstyle I might have to do for the day. So I would say target the pain point, find products that has ingredients that help with the dandruff. And I would, of course, recommend, again, Salsa 1%. Trust me, it works.
I love that. They don't call her influencer for nothing. Thank you so much, Simone, for joining us. And look at your hair, girl. If you have anything to say, I personally am always taking notes. Appreciate all of the advice you've given us. Salsan is a medicated shampoo which effectively treats dandruff, itchy scalp, and irritable skin conditions such as pityriasis and ringworm. Now, it is the only 2.5% selenium sulfide shampoo available in South Africa, which reduces itching, flaking, irritation, and redness of both the scalp and the skin.
Right, thank you very much, Carissa. So here we are in the kitchen right now and we are about to whip up something very, very special. So get ready for a floral delight that tastes just as gorgeous as it looks. And today we are making flower butter. It is infused with zesty lemon and rolled in a carpet of vibrant edible flowers. It really is a stunning addition to any bread or table, and the video that we are seeing right now is from Rachel Enright's Instagram page. We want to thank you very much for that inspiration because it really, truly is beautiful. And this morning, Chef Nobisa shows us just how it's done in the Expresso kitchen. Chef Nobisa, hello and welcome.
Hi, thank you very much.
I saw you were bowling a little bit earlier on there.
Just give me the pots. Just don't expect me to bowl.
Okay.
Just give me the pots.
Just give you, but today we give you a bowl and we give you butter.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're working with. But floral butter. I mean, look at the final product. I mean, can you imagine having that on your table?
I'm telling you.
I mean, the guests are going to go like, where did you come from?
I'm telling you, it's absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
And for that, we need butter, the Moy River butter. It has to be soft. I like it because it's nice and creamy.
Yes.
Right?
That's the thing. So,
yes.
so just before we start, I've got to tell you as well, the beauty of this flour butter lies in the quality of the butter. And that's why we are using, like Chef Nwabisa said, Clover's Moy River Premium Butter. It's perfect for cooking and baking and adds to really such a creamy and luxurious flavor to all baked and cooked meals. Now, the high quality of Clover's Moy River Premium Butter makes it easy to work with, which is a good one. And it's perfect for mixing and rolling, like you'll see what we're going to be doing. Now, flour butter it's incredibly versatile. You can spread it on fresh bread, melt it over grilled vegetables, or even use it on top of a juicy steak. That'll probably be my go-to as well. It really just adds a touch of elegance to any dish and or table setting. So, Chef Nwabisa, take it away. Where do I need to be?
You need to be this side.
This side, okay.
Because you're going to help me with cutting the parchment paper, and also you're going to help me spread these beautiful herbs and flowers.
Okay.
This is obviously your rosemary, thyme, and chives.
Yes.
And your beautiful edible
And
flowers.
the edible flowers.
While you're doing that, I am going to mix my zesty of lemon zest. Let me say it again. You can actually use the zest of an orange.
Okay.
But for the purposes of wanting that zing.
That zesty, that zing.
Yes. And obviously you will You will mix this until the zest itself is evenly distributed. I think while I'm doing this, you better lay your bed of.
So is it how broad do you need it? How much? Because I can do it, but I want to do it perfectly.
Oh yeah, all right.
Just for you.
Okay, so I think as broad as you can.
Okay.
Because I'm going to place it right, a log right, almost in the middle.
And we want a good mix of everything.
Yes, we want a good mix of everything. I want to see those flowers. I want to see those herbs popping out very nicely.
All right. So if you had this on your table, right? If you're going to be making this, what would you use it for?
Beautiful for hosting. Because obviously it's really beautiful. It looks really beautiful.
Yes.
But you know where else I would use it for? I would use it for my scones.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Because not only it's got a nice creamy and a zesty flavor, but you know it's the scone, the sweetness of the scone and the zest of the lemon just creates something really beautiful. So
how does this look?
It looks it's all right.
What do you
It's all right. I guess it's all right.
What do you mean? No, I was going for an A+, Ewan, for arts and crafts.
Okay, B+. Let's
B+.
stick to B+.
What could I have done differently?
A bit of creativity. I want to see those flowers.
Oh, sorry, the arrangement of the colors and the flowers. So let's do this. There's too much yellow there.
Yeah.
I'll do this, and let's swap this yellow out for an indigo one there.
Okay.
Little bit more spring onion.
Yeah.
And look at this. I'll do it with flair
La
for you
Lela.
as well. And now is that now an A at least?
Do it.
Do I get an A now?
You get an A. So what I'm wanting to do now, I'm wanting to create a log. So I'm going to put this.
Okay. Now the pressure's on you, eh?
The pressure's definitely on me. But you know what? In the kitchen, there's partnership.
There's a partnership.
There is.
Are we sharing this, Mark? We're sharing this, Mark. Okay.
So this is what we're doing. I'm going to ask you to hold that.
I've got it. Look at us working together.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like that.
Absolutely.
So I'm wanting to create a log. And the best way to create this log...
Look, we are going to use the parchment paper to kind of fill it into. Okay, so now we just need to cut it. Great cutting skills. Well done.
Yeah. Okay, so now I would like to sort of like...
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm creating a nice log.
Yes. Okay. I see where you're going with this.
Yes.
And now we can kind of compress it a little bit in there as well.
Yes, I want to compress it there. This will go into the refrigerator for 1 to 2 hours.
Righto. And then it comes out looking just like this.
I'm telling you.
And I mean...
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, look, just on that with this piece of bread, you know, imagine like a Sunday high tea with your scones.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you get the bit of edible flowers in there and this beautiful rich creaminess. There's nothing like a freshly baked scone.
Yes. Oh, a nice brunch with friends, you know. And
I like that.
So that's that.
So it's easy as that.
It's as easy as that.
I love it. It's all in the butter.
It's all in the butter.
It's all in the butter. But Nobisa's not going anywhere. I mean, who knew butter could be this beautiful? Honestly, I mean, just look at it. Enjoy adding a touch of floral elegance to your meals with this delightful flower butter. You can visit our website, expressoshow.com, for all of those detailed steps just for you. And you can make a really big impression, Nwabisa,
yes,
at your next dinner party.
Yes, definitely.
Or braai, or get together, or whatever it is. Because how often do you use actually edible flowers? Not a lot.
Not a lot. When I want to impress my clients, of course. Yeah.
That's the way. All right. Expressoshow.com for our floral butter. Stick around for more recipes heading your way with Chef Nwabisa this morning.
Indulge in Clover's Moy River Pure Salted Butter. Perfect for cooking, baking and spreading. Elevate every dish with Clover Moy River Butter.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show, my lovely. As you can tell, there's so many things happening, which is why we always are so excited, because we get to go on like this beautiful journey together, all in the name of starting your morning off perfectly. And this is why, still coming up, we're going to be hearing from you whether you use Oma rusks to unwind at the end of the day, particularly at bedtime. I know for me, it's one of my favorite things to do, but do you? And then on top of that, we have got Vikas Bootma about to do the things that need to be done with his beautiful new song, Stadig oor die klippe. And trust me, you want to hear it, and it is an exclusive. Thank you very much, right here on Expresso. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back after this.
With 5 times greater plaque reduction than brushing and flossing alone. For a cleaner mouth and healthy gums. Completes the clean with Listerine.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's so good to have you here. We've got our warm coffees, and we hope that you are warmed up by your beverage as well. Because as the day winds down in the evening and we prepare to tuck ourselves in, there really is nothing quite like a warm, comforting snack to make bedtime even more delightful. And let's be honest, whether you're enjoying them with a steaming cup of coffee or maybe a glass of milk or a cup of hot chocolate, that's definitely a fave this season. Rusks are the perfect treat to end your day on the highest of notes. I know you love your rusk, Ewan.
I love my rusks, but this is also why we are asking you this week, how do you unwind from a busy day with Oma rusks as your bedtime snack? Do you use it as a bedtime snack? So what you can do is you can share your answer using the hashtag #OmaDippingDelicious, and that's all for a chance to win 2,000 Rand in cash and an incredible hamper. So go on, gather your loved ones, put on your coziest pajamas, and let's make snack time a little bit more special this evening. So yes, no, absolutely special. I love a little snacky snack, you know, afterwards before bed, you know, especially if it's cold. The heat is going. I don't have a fireplace in my house, unfortunately, but the heat is there.
The heater will do.
And then I sit in bed watching series and stuff, just with a cup of tea. Actually, because, you know, drinking coffee for me before bed maybe is not the best thing to do. But then dipping a Oma, because especially with you have rooibos with honey.
Oh, do you do milk in your rooibos? Or no?
If you do put honey, then you have to put milk.
I get you. There's something so nostalgic about rooibos. I absolutely love it. I love a chamomile tea at night because it aids in my sleep. But also, I say this all the time, but routine is self-care. And in the evenings, I love a little bedtime routine. And it includes, like you said, a little bit of watching. I know screen time shouldn't be on the list, but we watch things anyway, okay? And also just spending time with my man. We grab some rusks, we grab our warm beverage, and then do one of these.
Just like that. Oh, wow.
Like this.
So fancy.
So delicious.
So fancy. There we go. So I would normally... It's the worst thing ever. So I would line up like 3 rusks, right? And I have my cup in a saucer, and then I would let the whole thing go in, like soak the entire rusk, and then I would take it out and put it next to my cup, and I'll do the next one and the next one. And then before I drink my tea or my coffee, and I would sit there with a spoon and eat it like a cake.
You know what? I get that. Never tried it, but maybe it's on my list of things to do from now on.
It's amazing.
You're putting me on, Ewan. Thank you for doing that.
Yum.
I wonder if you've done that too. Let us know. But in the meantime, remember to get your entries in now because this competition does close this coming Friday, the 2nd of August, all right? So make sure to check out expressoshow.com for all of these terms and conditions. And remember, share your answers with the hashtag #OmaDippingDelicious for a chance to win 2,000 Rand in cash. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Not only that, you also get an amazing hamper. So we are treating
Come
you
on now.
today.
Look at that. All right, so we're going to finish our rusk here. I scored big with this one. Look how big it is.
She's a thick one.
So vet beskuit hierdie. Baie lekker. So while we munch on this one, let's cross on over to Josie because I believe we have some music sounding.
Oh, nice.
Oma Rusks, the ultimate snack time treat. Dipping delicious, tasty, filling, satisfying.
Oh my goodness, I am holding thumbs for you, my lovely. All the best for that beautiful competition. However, I always tell you that we're already winning here on Expresso, and it is because we always have superstars in the building. And this morning, we are celebrating a brand new track from Vickers Boertma. It is called Stadig oor die Klippe. Everybody, let's give him a feel good welcome to the stage. Oh my goodness, what a superstar. His name is Vickers Boertma, and my friend, he is not going anywhere. That was only just a taste of what is still to come. He's here up until 9 a.m. and there's still so much on the way, which is why I want to ask Charisma, baby, what's still going on right here on our Feel Good Breakfast Show?
So much is coming your way, Zanele. Thank you so much. And thank you to Vickers for that incredible performance. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we are aiming to make you feel your best self on this Tuesday morning, which is why we're going to be giving away 10,000 Rand courtesy of Plascon. I cannot wait for it. And listen, let me tell you that I'm so distracted right now because of these meals in front of me. We're going to be exploring how Woolies is touching on global cuisine, but making it so easy for us to enjoy in our houses. And I can't wait to take us through so many of these. We'll see you after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on S3, your cozy home in the mornings. Now, this July, the competition that we've been running with Plascon South Africa asks you to buy any Plascon product and post a pic of yourself with it on social media and follow Plascon SA on Facebook and Instagram to win 10,000 Rand, as well as including that hashtag Plascon SA in your answer. So, without any further ado, let's see who our first winner is.
Oh, let the drums roll. A huge congratulations to Kutso Mapaulo, our lucky winner today. Yeah!
Come on!
Hello, Kutso.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm super.
Ah, my friend, 10,000 Rand, man. What DIY project are you currently working on? Do you have one that you're working on?
Yeah, I have one. The same one that I posted on Twitter. I was doing a dog house.
Okay.
Dog house.
Doing a dog house, yeah.
Incredible, Kutso. How many dogs do you have?
I have 2 dogs, actually.
Oh, look how sweet that is.
Daddy's boy,
oh,
for
come
sure.
on. Kutso, that is so lovely to hear. And I know you purchased a pink wood primer. What other color are you planning to use for your dog house?
I was thinking a little bit darker, brownish color.
That makes sense.
Brownish color. Oh, my friend, look, I know this is going to go a long way. I mean, this is your opportunity. I mean, Plascom came through, you know, on our socials, on our platforms as well. What would you like to say for giving you 10,000 Rand?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Plascom. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for Plascom.
Oh, man.
We can hear the joy, Kutso.
It's like, I can't believe it.
It's like, I can't believe this is my life right now. Kutso, what are the names of your dogs?
It's Kaju and Bali.
Oh, man, so sweet. I'm sure that they are eternally grateful for this beautiful thing that you're doing for them, making a dog home and also, of course, painting it with those Plascon colors and primer. Look at them.
That makes my heart happy, Kutso, to see you having such a beautiful connection with your animals. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and congratulations once again. 10,000 Rand is yours, sir.
Very much. Thank you. Have a splendid one to enjoy. Expresso again.
It's the love for me. Thank you, Kutso. Now remember, you could also be just as happy as Kutso this July. The competition does close on the 9th of August, so you still do have time to enter. Buy any Plascon product and post a pic of yourself with it on social media and follow Plascon SA on Facebook as well as on Instagram to win 10,000 Rand each week. Include that hashtag, of course, Plascon SA in your answers. Now do remember that T's and C's do apply, and happy picture taking and happy shopping. We cross fingers for you.
Are you a handy hero at home looking for your next project? This is your chance to get started by entering to win 10,000 Rand in cash each week from Plascon South Africa. Buy any Plascon product and post a pic of yourself with your product on social media with hashtag PlasconSA. Make sure you follow Plascon SA on Facebook and Instagram. Competition closes midday Friday, 9th August, so enter now. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
And just like Kutso, we're going to continue in that winning spirit on your Feel Good Breakfast Show because we're eating, and I'm always happy where there's food involved. Now, with the growing demand for convenience and diverse culinary experience, Woolies has, of course, expanded their ready-made meal offering with a global twist. Now, Woolworths product developer B. Atwood, as well as technologist Yandiswa Kukunyana, are here to introduce us to their new flavors. And I'm so excited to try these. The smell in this kitchen is absolutely great. Ladies, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so shall we get started, B, with you? The inspiration behind these dishes, we've got a variety. What's going on here?
So yes, Woolworths has always had Indian and Asian meals, sometimes a couple of Mexican lines, and we really wanted to bring in Middle Eastern lines. So we've got 3 new Middle Eastern ranges, really the Mediterranean style products, a lot of twister ottolenghi, which is trending. Us as product developers, a lot of us have got a lot of culinary experience. So I have studied as a chef and as a food scientist, so we really love to work with all the delicious flavors, look what's trending online, at restaurants, internationally and locally, and try to come up with something different, something fresh and big flavor bombs.
Yes, flavor bombs is what we're here for. But I'm curious, Indiswa, about the consistency in the quality and also the flavor and the product that you give. I know, of course, Woolies is known for their quality, but also we're going to touch on sustainability later. But yes, consistency from meal to meal, how do we ensure that?
You know, I think as Woolies, we're actually very fortunate to partner with suppliers that have the same brand values that we have. So it's easier to have those conversations about quality and consistency with those suppliers.
Right.
Whether you're talking to somebody that's peeling potatoes or frying onions, they will have the same passion for quality and consistency. But just to come back to your question, when we are developing products, obviously we have approved recipes, we've got cooking methods that are approved. So whenever we're developing product, we take our suppliers through that, and we have training with the suppliers and the people that are in there. And also we look at all the different intrinsics and make sure that whatever product that we bring out there is at optimum for the customer to enjoy. Whether they buy it on the first day it comes into shelf or the last day of the sale by, it will remain exactly the same quality and consistency. So in a nutshell, we basically just eat and make sure that the product is good.
What Yandisa said, absolutely. And I can definitely attest to that. But I know these are all freshly made. Our kitchen, of course, made this and put it together. I mean, Woolies made it, but then we put it in a bowl and made sure that it's going to taste so good. Shall we get into some tasting?
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
Good.
What do we have in front of us?
So let's start with our Indian line over here. So we've got a chicken saag and a lemon rice. So chicken saag is like a spinach-based, spinach and tomato-based curry, and then lemon rice just to add that freshness and something different. All our other curry lines are just served with plain basmati rice.
Wow.
Our Indian supplier is brilliant at knocking the Indian flavors out the park. So it's slightly different, but really delicious. And I carry on going, or do you want to taste as we go?
Let's taste as we go. Now, there are 2 spoons here. I'm wondering who's not eating, because I am grabbing one of these spoons just to try. A chicken saag. Okay, interesting.
Curry for breakfast.
I am here for it. I've had many things for breakfast. So let's go straight in. Ooh, TV bites. Mmm. That tastes like my auntie made it. I'm going to grab one more spoon for somebody, so you guys can try too.
Sure thing.
That is incredible. The flavors coming together are so surprising for a ready-made meal, because you kind of almost assume that you have to take this, add your salt, add your spice. No, it's all right there.
Ready in 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes?
2.5 minutes.
Say less. Okay. What is in this next dish?
The next one is our new Asian line. It's a slow-cooked pork in a sticky Korean salad sauce with egg fried rice and a nice fresh green slaw.
Wow.
So you mix it all together. It's really punchy in flavor. We love that it's a pork line. Traditionally, we normally have chicken or beef, so it's nice to have a different form of protein. The beef is succulent, but got this delicious, sticky, barbecue-y, Korean-y. It's really punchy in flavors.
Okay, you've sold me. Let me try it. And it's with rice, eh?
Yeah, egg fried rice.
Egg fried rice. That's my kind of meal. Oh, that is so good. What do we have next?
So next are our 3 Mediterranean-styled meals. So our first one is our Greek-style lamb and orzo. So here we've got slow-cooked lamb in a rich tomato and olive sauce with orzo and sprinkled with parsley and feta.
Wow.
And then our next one is our Moroccan-style chicken. So we have got chicken breasts that have got a Moroccan spice on them, in a fruity grain, which is bulgur wheat, some roast veg, and then a tahini and yogurt drizzle.
Ooh.
And then our last one, for me as a plant lover, I always love to try and introduce some vegetarian lines. We've got halloumi and orzo. So we've got roasted halloumi, roasted veggies, red pepper and sun-dried tomato sauce, and delicious halloumi orzo that you just mix it all together. It's fresh, it's light, but wholesome.
Absolutely. And I feel like the nutrients is definitely hitting in every single one of these, right? Okay, well, Yandiswa, I have to ask you, what steps do you have to ensure that these products are more sustainable? I mean, we know that, like I said earlier, Woolies is known for innovation, quality, sustainability. Is that box ticked here?
That box is definitely ticked over here. When it comes to sustainability for us, we look at responsible sourcing. So if I take this product as an example, it contains soy, so we've got responsible sourcing of soy in this particular product. We try our best to source our products locally where we can, and that also entails sustainability.
Right.
All the packaging that is actually used is recyclable packaging on all our meals that you see in here. And also our suppliers have our sustainability strategies as well. So in terms of reducing waste during processing, they follow those principles. In terms of energy reduction, carbon emission, etc. So sustainability for us is not only on the product that you see, but it's also on the facilities that are making these products as well.
Amazing. I've got to ask you guys, I feel like I know you're going to lean towards this way. What is your favorite meal at Yandiswa? Where would you see yourself?
For me, it depends on how I feel.
Right, I get that.
So if I want something fresh and wholesome, I'll definitely go for the Moroccan-style chicken.
Yes.
But if I want something hearty and warm and homey, obviously this sticky pork is absolutely delicious.
So good.
And if I want something that reminds me of what my mother used to cook for me, then I'll definitely go for the chicken saag.
I'm with you on that one. B, are we on this side of the scale?
I love my halloumi. It's delicious. It's fresh. Lots of veggies. But don't get me wrong, this Indian line is back on. Like what's yummy, warm.
Do you have some veggie options in the Indian
We
line?
actually don't at the moment, but we are looking at launching some soon.
There's a gap there for
Definitely,
sure.
without a doubt. So yeah, we try to put some vegetarian lines in, all like a little dab everywhere. So there's an offering everywhere.
Exactly.
So yeah, we do have our butter chicken that's vegan with the soya protein in it. So we do have an Indian line actually. It just sits in a slightly different range.
Delicious. Because I was going to say, I've heard of saag, but I think it was like paneer and saag. So that mixed together. So this was a really interesting take for me.
Definitely.
Exciting. A global range in your kitchen. My only question to you is, are you ready for new taste sensations? All you have to do is shop these delicious new ready-made meals inspired by the flavors of the world. Of course, that's available at Woolworths, in-store, online, and on the app. Do you mind if I'm just going to...
dig in.
Because I can. Delicious. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Oh, it's nice things happening on Expresso as always. But my lovely, let me tell you about more nice things that are coming, okay? First and foremost, Brett Freddy's in the building. And we are going to be talking all things his new comedy show. And trust me, you want to hear about it, okay? But also on the way, we are getting into relationship advice. Is being too single too much of a problem? Okay, let me ask it in a better way, you know. Is dating really, really too difficult? This is the question that we're going to be answering. You got to stick around for it as well. Don't go anywhere, though. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back after this.
Got a cold or flu? Effervescent Carenza Paracy has got your back, specially formulated to effectively relieve pain, fever, and nasal congestion. And to make you feel even better, 2 lucky viewers each stand a chance to win 4,000 Rand cash by answering the questions on the Carenza Paracy competition post on the Expresso social media pages using #@OTCWinter in your answer. Competition closes 2nd August. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy Tuesday, honey, and I thank you for choosing us. You could have been anywhere else, but you said, no, I want to be with my besties on the television. You're tuned into Expresso, and this morning we are here to celebrate yet another South African going out into the world and saying, hey, South Africa is not just a place that exists, it's a place that excels. Thank you very much. I am talking about Prev Reddy, and the Edinburgh Festival Fringe is one of the biggest celebrations of arts and culture in the country of Scotland, but also all around the world. And this is why we are so proud of Prev Reddy, because, honey, he is making his debut at the festival, and it is going to be happening literally now, next week. But we get the exclusive all in the name of what exactly everything is going to be taking place, and we are so excited to say congratulations, Prev Reddy!
Thanks, guys.
Prev, you international babe.
Come on.
You were like, no, a KCA is not enough. Yes, they know
No.
me at the Kids' Choice Awards, but you know what? They need to know me in Scotland.
Yeah, world takeover is a big task. And that is the mission. That is the mission. I'm very excited. I leave tomorrow morning. I know.
I love it. And then you had to make time for your extensive family.
This the final farewell was the show. So I'm very excited.
We are so excited for you, my lovely. This is huge.
Yeah.
Your 5th comedy special, and it's happening in Scotland.
I know.
Talk to
I
us
know.
about the build-up to this moment.
I know. This is like this is my Olympics,
I
by
love
the
that.
way. This is my Olympics.
Tatiana.
And and I mean that's it. The Edinburgh Festival Fringe is a celebration of arts, theatre, and especially stand-up. And we've had shows like Fleabag and Baby Reindeer come from it. So it is a massive platform. And last year, toward the end of every year, I write my new stand-up show for the upcoming year. And something in me was like, it's time to share my story with the world and like do it abroad. And I'm a person who believes in big leaps and taking, going with faith and leading with faith.
Yeah.
And so that's how we did it. I signed up with the festival. They accepted me. They put me on the lineup. And then I was like, okay, let's go. We're in.
And you are going.
Yeah.
Because an entire Scottish. Do you have like a Scottish kilt? Yeah.
No, but I did get. I purchased a South African flag
that
I'm going to tie around my neck and wear around the entire festival, just so people know. If you want to watch the hottest show from the hottest country, this is where it's at.
And we are the funniest country.
We are, man. We're the only country who will turn a minister's song into a house song,
Do you know what I
a house song the next day. Like,
Do you know what I mean? I was literally about to say, Sir Gayton, we have an ambassador over here.
Come on,
Thank
Gayton.
you.
Yes, no.
But my love, Prev Reddy is a triple threat, is the name of your comedy special.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that name. What inspired it?
So I think for the past few years, I've been trying to place the box that I'm in. Am I a comedian? Am I an actor? Am I a content creator? And for so many things, people feel like I shouldn't be doing the other because I'm the one.
Sure.
And when I started writing the show, I'm like, I have a unique story. I come from a small cultural background. I opted for a career in the arts, and I'm so many different things. And instead of trying to confine myself into one box, I'm like, I'm a freaking triple threat.
That's right.
So the show is a storytelling, coming-of-age comedy piece about my life, growing up in Durban, being the first queer Indian comedian in South Africa.
Wow.
And the challenges one faces. So it's a mixture of acting and theatre and stand-up. And I think it's going to be very refreshing for everyone to hear a different voice come out of SA.
Come on.
Yeah.
And Prev, you are not any stranger to being outside of South Africa because you had a show in 2022 in London.
Yeah.
So speak to me about how this one is different to that time.
I think this one is different because I went there with Auntie Shamila, my character that I did. And so it had sort of a pre-existing fan base and people came to see her and that whole thing. But this is just me, and this is me talking about how I wanted to be in the arts from the time I was born, from the time I came out of the womb. My mom would say I would kick a lot, and it's because I wanted to play soccer, and we knew it was because I was practicing dance.
Yes!
Dance moves. So it's my first time introducing myself to the world, which makes it very different to that show in London.
I love that. And speak to me about some of the things that you're touching on, because you already said, it's about your story and everything. But what else are you touching on in the sense of just being like, this is Prev, but I also want you to speak about this when you leave this show?
Yeah, I'm talking about what Indian queer kids face growing up in Durban and the challenges and the stereotypes that they sort of have placed upon them and how normal everyone is and how those stereotypes make it very difficult to grow up. And I talk about the challenges of growing up in that kind of environment. And then being Indian in the arts in South Africa, it's very rare, and there's not a lot of us. And the challenges that people face, and I just feel like we are more than doctors and lawyers and engineers. Some of us opt to disappoint our parents instead, and our stories are so much more interesting. So it's really just a very specific POV from growing up through the eyes of me, and it's funny.
And friend, you're a doctor of comedy. comedy.
Thank you very
Thank you very much.
You
You
heard
heal
that,
people.
mother? Yes. I am a doctor of comedy,
A doctor of
precisely.
comedy.
Yes, I'll take that.
Thank you. But I was also going to say to you that I really feel like, you know, this is such a huge thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're showing so many others
Yeah.
how you can grow outside of South Africa,
Yeah.
but being yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think, you know, especially doing the show, Miss Education and all of that jazz, I've had so many young Indian kids who come up to me and just say, thank you for being and for doing these roles. And so I don't take that lightly. You know, I wear it as a badge of honor. So if I have to sort of break that ceiling so that there's more of us in the room, then I will deal with the glass pieces on me.
Come
you know?
on.
So, yeah.
Honey, you are breaking it. And this is why I have to ask you, what are those dates of you in Edinburgh?
Right, so if you are watching this or have family in Scotland or England,
Yes.
I am on from the 6th till the 9th of August. It's a very limited run. It's very expensive taking a show up there. Very limited run, 6th to 9th of August. Our first show is almost sold out, which is crazy. And yeah, we're at the Arthur Conan Doyle Centre in Edinburgh. Please tell your family and friends to come and check it out. It's going to be very exciting.
Beautiful. Prev, I'm so proud of you. I love you. You don't know that me and Prev started out doing radio together.
Together, guys.
Actually,
this
thank
is
you.
a full circle moment.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'll see you there in Edinburgh.
Purr.
His name is Prev Reddy, and if you did not know, he is a triple threat, honey. And I can tell you this much, he's going to do the things and make us so proud in Scotland, showing everyone that he's a triple threat indeed. You need to stick around though, my friend, because we still have one more hour of the show, but we need to take care of business with Carissa with the news headlines.
And just like that, we've hit the final hour of your Feel Good Breakfast show. Let's check in with those national news headlines. We start off where the 4th African Nurses Conference begins in Cape Town this week under the theme Nurses and Patients, an Integral Part of Healthcare. Organisers emphasise holistic healthcare, human rights and the well-being of both patients and nurses. Meanwhile, the National Department of Health urges South Africans to mark World Hepatitis Day, highlighting the preventable yet devastating nature of the disease. The public is encouraged to take preventative measures against the hepatitis virus, which attacks the liver and can be transmitted through contact with blood or other bodily fluids. Cape Town International Airport Management reports that all critical systems have been restored after a power outage disrupted inbound and outbound flights on Sunday. Now, the outage impacted runway flights, definitely airside fire and rescue and navigation services, preventing flights from departing or landing. Now, Airports Company of South Africa Limited Regional Manager Mark McLean said that 15 flights were affected. He explained that a major fault occurred in one of the main cables on the airfield, causing significant damage to critical infrastructure. Heading into your international news, a Ugandan court charged 36 opposition supporters on yesterday with terrorism-related offences after they were deported from neighbouring Kenya, where they had travelled to attend a training course. The 36 people, who are members of the Forum for Democratic Change of Uganda's biggest opposition parties, denied the charges. Their lawyer, Arias Lukwago, told reporters outside the magistrates' court in Kampala the charges were ridiculous. Opposition critics and human rights campaigners have long accused the government of using fabricated charges to clamp down on his opponents. Government officials deny this. Israel's Security Cabinet has authorized Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his defense minister to decide when and how to retaliate for a deadly rocket attack Israel and the USA was carried out by the Lebanese Shia militant group Hezbollah. It was the deadliest cross-border incident in months of exchanges of fire between the two sides. Now, the attack has heightened fears that what has been relatively contained hostilities so far could spiral into an out-all war. Western governments are urging Israel to show restraint in its response. Now, we close off the final news bulletin with this one, where popular American publication Architectural Digest, or known as AD, recently released their list of the top 20 most beautiful cities in the world, and Cape Town claimed a well-deserved spot. AD acknowledged the 20 cities were far too few to encapsulate all the world's beauty, but aimed to highlight some supremely spectacular places. For the list, AD considered factors such as a city's architecture, cultural treasures, historical relevance, and natural appeal. Cape Town placed at number 14, with the publication stating brilliant blue waters, buzzing nightlife, an ever-emerging art scene, and the majestic Table Mountain make Cape Town a stunning city, no matter your definition of beauty. Now, the top 3 cities were Adelaide in Australia, Tallinn in Estonia, as well as Portsmouth in Dominica. Yes, Viva Cape Town. Absolutely love that. That closes up your news. Let's head into your sports with Ewan.
Thank you so much, Carissa, and a very proud tip of the hat to the Mother City on that story. Right now, if you've missed it earlier on, let's quickly take a last look at the major sports stories all around the Olympics, of course, and we start off even from our man, Alan. Well done. And then on to the swimming pools. Tatiana Smith won the women's 100-meter Olympic breaststroke gold, showcasing a remarkable late surge in a thrilling race. The Tokyo 200-meter breaststroke champion clocked. And onto the tennis courts, Rafael Nadal bid farewell to his fans on the Philippe Chatrier court after a disappointing exit in the second round of the Olympic singles competition. The two-time Olympic gold medalist lost to his longtime rival Novak Djokovic in straight sets, 6-1, 6-4. Djokovic's dominant performance marked their 60th head-to-head encounter and saw him overpower Nadal at Roland Garros, a venue synonymous with the Spaniard's legendary success, including 14 of his 22 Grand Slam titles. And we'll end up with this one. Daiki Hashimoto delivered a stunning performance to secure Japan's record-extending 8th Olympic men's team gymnastics gold. Now, the competition saw arch-rivals China stumble in on the final rotation, with Su Ueda's 2 falls on the horizontal bars, leaving the door wide open for Japan to clinch the victory by just 0.532 points. Now, Japan finished with an overall tally of 259.594, while the United States took bronze. And that's the last recap of your major sports stories for your Tuesday. Right now, let's take one last look at the roads and also dive into temperatures for the last time with Carissa.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Let's have a final look at your roads, and we get started in KZN in Ugu. There is protest action at Isingulweni and Baboy, affecting travel between Harding and Port Shepstone. So do avoid the affected area and make use of an alternative route if possible. Out in KZN in Camperdown, there's been an accident involving an overturned heavy motor vehicle on the N3 to Durban after Umlas Road interchange. There is a road closure, so do expect some heavy delays and plan your route accordingly. We head over to Gauteng in Randburg, where there's heavy congestion on the N1 northbound between Malibongwe Drive and Beyers Nordia Drive. Delays are expected, so maintain a safe following distance and allow, of course, for added travel time. Well, that's where we wrap up our roads. Let's have a look at our weather for the final time. The South African Weather Service has issued 2 yellow 2-level warnings for today. Damaging wind and waves leading to difficulty in navigation at sea are expected between Cape Agulhas and Plettenberg Bay. Additionally, damaging waves that may cause vessels to take on water and capsize, as well as difficulty in navigation, are expected between Plettenberg Bay and Port Alfred. Furthermore, very cold conditions are expected in places over the interior of the Western Cape, Namakwa District Municipality in the Northern Cape, and the northeastern high ground of the Eastern Cape. Let's have a look at that final sunrise view of today. And this one was sent from Alex out in Harrismith. Look how beautiful. A very different look to the one we had before. It almost looks like you're in the mountains somewhere overlooking the beautiful, beautiful city that lies ahead. Thank you so much for that view sent from Alex. We hope that you have a beautiful Tuesday ahead of you. And continue sharing your morning views with us on 0634088863. We still have a whole week ahead to have a look at what your mornings look like. For now, let's look at your temperatures for today. Sutherland sitting at -5. Can you imagine that? I see. Cold weather. Ooh.
Here's something to eat you up, though.
Yes.
Do you feel lucky? That's the question. Because if you do, play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 35 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Tuesday, which is today, and you could win very big.
I believe that for you, so do not get left behind, okay? Play Powerball for an estimated 21 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 14 million rand. And Ewan, let me tell you, there are so many ways that you can get involved and actually win. But if you want to, you actually have to play.
Yeah, for sure. So you play by doing this. You can buy your tickets today in store on the nationallottery.co.za website or the mobile app. You can also buy your tickets through cell phone banking or by simply dialing *120 *7529# if you want to enter via USSD.
Now, we've posted all these details on our social media pages, so you will not forget. So while you're scrolling today, do go and check them out. And Panda Pusha play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 35 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. And you could become the next big multi-millionaire. Oh, I'm just seeing money being rained down on you
Go
right
out
now.
there,
Come
get
on.
your tickets, go do so responsibly, but I'm holding thumbs for you and me and Carissa.
And me, definitely me. I'm crossing all my fingers for this.
For sure.
Well, listen, we've got so much still to come your way. We're not only heading into the kitchen, but we're also going to head and deep dive into relationship chat on this Tuesday. We're going to be asking this question, right? Is it me? Or is dating really hard right now? Like, actually, what is going on?
I'm keen,
and we've got an
yeah.
expert to help us unpack
I'm keen to
this.
hear because we do have a bit of a dilemma from one of our viewers as well. I feel a little bit out of my depth here because
Has it been a while?
I don't know what the scene is like. So I'm keen to hear because it's particularly pertaining to Gen Zs out there. So yeah, as a millennial,
generational gap, but we'll see what's happening on the ground with
anyway,
the Gen Zs.
You did mention the kitchen as well. We're going to be making a delicious grilled hake and wilted spinach dish just for you. Lovely, heart-warming, stomach-warming, especially during the cold winter mornings like this.
Yeah.
It's going to heat you up by looking at it, and then you're going to want to make it tonight. So we'll give you all those steps, step by step, after the rake.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Right, welcome back to it. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Tuesday and we have another relationship dilemma to dive into from one of our viewers to solve. Today we have a young man who finds dating very difficult, and his dilemma reads, as follows.
Oh, it's a toughie, isn't it? I can't even, he says, score a date if my life depended on it. That's a one way to start. I've tried to get a date and get a girlfriend for as long as I can remember with no success. And I wouldn't say I'm bad or ugly, just not conventionally attractive, all right? And I've got a full-time job. I go out often. I also have goals in mind. Okay, that's pretty good. Apparently dating as a Gen Z is more difficult than previous generations from my own research. I've tried online dating to no success whatsoever, and I've seen other Gen Zs praise online dating before. He also mentions he's become very desperate, and I'm out of ideas to try to score a date with somebody. And I've been trying to get a girlfriend since my early teenage years, and I feel like I just want to give up and die alone when I'm old. Oh gosh, that's a bit dramatic.
Man.
Of course, the only thing I can't buy with money is what I truly want at the end of the day. Well, that is a dilemma if ever I've heard one. And joining us to give his professional advice is, of course, somebody so great, Mr. Vuyani Bouwe, a motivational speaker. And he's going to definitely help us guide through this very tricky relationship dynamic. I also feel like it's not just Gen Z that deals with this. It's something that I've heard millennials, maybe even some boomers go through as well.
You're whipping out big terms here.
Across
the board.
All across, exactly.
Vuyani, it's wonderful to have you, but you're also a marriage officer. So,
thank you.
You know, when it comes down to relationships, you've heard it all, I'm sure. But let's talk about this particular one, because we're talking about online dating. Here we have a viewer saying that he doesn't see himself as conventionally good looking.
Right.
He's got obviously a self-image issue also going on, but we are talking about those societal beauty standards that he's imposing upon himself and the dating struggles that he says are real nowadays. What do you make of it if you take a listen to his response there?
Dating struggles are real across the board for all sectors of society and ages. But what is important is, who are you? Who mentors you? You know, because
where's your focus?
Imposing societal standards on yourself, those are not generic. Those may not fit for everyone. So one needs to find themselves, and finding yourself alone is an attraction. A man who knows himself, a man who can be able to speak, because what you look like may be 10% of who you actually are. So the content of your character is much bigger than what you look like. And once you allow people to see beyond that 10%, which is the outside, they can discover something very big, which is something I think he might not have an idea, you know, about his life, you know, which is very important. And of course, age has got something to do with it as well. You know, some men grow into it. You know, some men need to be groomed into it. But again, when you talk about Gen Zs, you must remember that they are born from the people of 70s, 76. And that is the generation that is called fatherless. So who mentors these young men to be able to know how to handle a woman? Who mentors these young men to be able to know how to groom themselves? So this is a very wide-ranging issue.
I want to dive into this one because, yes, you said Gen Zs, and obviously the landscape when it comes to dating with Gen Zs, it's challenging, it's difficult. Online dating has its own challenges with that. But he says something there. I mean, he comes across very hopeless, very depressed, the way he sees himself as well. I mentioned the fact his physical appearance as well. From my experience, when it comes to relationships, you know, if you are in his shoes and you feel desperate, you feel hopeless, yet you continue in your search, and what most oftentimes is going to be unsuccessful because your focus is not at the right place, right? But how does it, if he continues on this trajectory where he is, how does it affect his chances of finding any sort of connection?
Desperation is a slippery slope, you know, to oblivion. Desperation will make you make the wrong choices. It will make you just panic and just choose anything that comes at you. First thing is for him to realize attraction has to be, you know, when you are at your element. You know, this is not about who he attracts. This is not about the dating pool. This is about him being comfortable with the fact that I am here now, you know, and I have to be in love with myself first. And when I'm in love with myself, guess what? It radiates. It's like the sunlight. It radiates. people will generally gravitate towards
Drawn
you
towards
because you are in your element. But when you constantly are looking for, justification, for people to sort of put you in your place, you're not in your element.
Yeah.
You're panicking, and that makes you wishy-washy. And I think women are looking for a man who can stand on his own. So before we are looking for love, for me, I think centeredness, finding your center of gravity is more important, so that by the time you go out looking for someone else, that person can latch on to you.
Or perhaps you don't even need to look for somebody because you're just attracting because you are comfortable in your space.
Exactly. When you are comfortable in your space, the way you speak, because then we get to see the real you.
Yes.
But this is how prowlers are using the online dating game.
I love that you mentioned
because
that
they
now.
know there are many desperate people. There could be people who are just prowlers exploiting that space.
Right.
Hence, he will not find people on the online space because those people are maybe subscribing to the popular notion hit and run.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, goodness. Well, listen, Rihanna, you're coming through with so much good stuff. And I love that you've mentioned online dating because I do want to touch on this. And perhaps the fatigue gets reached with Gen Z. But I'm curious, Anele, out in Jozi, have you tried online dating before we go any further?
So actually, my Carissa, I want to tell Anonymous that no, my love, you are not alone. I've tried online dating 100% and it didn't work for me either. It's just one of those things where, I've seen people around me go on and it works out for them. But for me, it was something where, it never actually turned into any sort of date anywhere. And it just turned out to be just little chats here and there, but nothing materialized. So I do think that it might possibly have its people. And even our love doctor, you are speaking to me as well, because I genuinely do believe that you're 100% so right with a lot of what you've said. But yeah, for me, it didn't work out, Carissa and family.
Oh, man. Well, that's okay. Hopefully, our love doctor, I love that we've deemed him that now, will give us some solutions. Well, listen, there's so much to say about Gen Z. I recently came across an article that said there is actually online fatigue when it comes to online dating. And Gen Zs are actually, hear this, looking for unique ways to meet people in person, like funerals, like protests, just something where they can find some connection with another human. So I think there definitely are so many options out there. But shall we delve
look,
into the community?
I think we need to quickly take a look at social media as well. We're going to be back with our love doctor in just a little bit. So this is what we put out to you this morning on social media. We said, good morning, love, communication and adventure. What would you say is the most important factor for a healthy relationship to flourish? And then we asked you to let us know your thoughts. You can connect with us on our WhatsApp line 063 408 8863 with that hashtag Expresso. So let's quickly take a look at some of the comments here. Pamela coming through there saying, good morning, it must be love. Love, love.
Oh, beautiful vocals there. Thank you, Ewan. I mean, we've got an echoing love down there as well coming through from Debbie. Love, love, and of course, lots of love.
Yeah, Leon there says, all of the above. I like it. A good balance. Very, very cool. Elizabeth says, it must be communication and respect with love. The most important thing in a relationship. Communication and respect with love. Wow. That one, it feels like that one is a quite good one, a heavy one, eh?
Resonates.
Yes, yes.
Wow, I absolutely love that. Respect, I think, is quite a big one. I think that also goes across so many generations. Respect for yourself and then hopefully respect for other people.
We have another one here from Linda. Says, good morning, my Expresso Show team. Definitely communication, respect and spending quality time together. I like that one as well. Tokozani says, the key to a healthy relationship to flourish is communication. Looking forward to the great show. Hope you've been enjoying it, Tokozani. Thank you very much. So very insightful comments from some of you out there. Keep them coming. Let us know. Send us a voice note as well. Maybe you have an idea or would like to connect with us, especially with our dilemma from one of our viewers in terms of finding it very difficult to date, especially in the Gen Z online dating scene. We are going to be back with our love doctor in just a bit. Stick around.
Oh, man. I absolutely love that we as a family get to solve this together. This, my friend, is why I say that we are going to be getting into it in a little bit. Also, guide dogs changing lives forever. You're still tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be back after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Good morning and welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso on S3. Now, before the break, in case you missed it, we introduced a relationship dilemma to our panel, not even panel of experts, unless we call ourselves experts too. Why not?
A panel of experts.
Experts, just the one. The dilemma addressed major difficulties in dating as a Gen Z and how finding love is obviously not as easy as other people make it out to be. And he just had that question, what should I do? Is it me or is it actually the dating scene? And we've got an expert with us today, don't we, Ewan?
Absolutely. He's a marriage officer, motivational speaker, also now dubbed Dr. Love. Vuyani is here to talk to us about this dilemma, what he thinks. But before we do so, we want to go through some of your views and the advice that you've shared on social media. So let's quickly, first we do that, let's quickly go to Zanele. Zanele, so this is a dilemma. What do you make of this dilemma and what would your advice be to our viewers saying, this dating pool nowadays with the Gen Zs, it's not working?
Oh man, guys, I would say take the pressure off of yourself. I feel like everybody always tells me, and they're like, because I'm very single here, I call myself the mayor of Single Town because I've been there for a very long time. I can show you around. However, with that being said, I know that for me, I've always told myself, you know what, it's going to happen when it's meant to happen. And I think that that's one of the biggest things, just like our love doctor said, you know, you kind of need to move from that place of desperation and rather find ways to fall in love with yourself as well as falling in love with your life. I find so many different ways in which I'm showed love by the people who are around me, and that allows me to continue to find ways to fall in love with myself as well. But I will also say this, try different things. So yes, online dating didn't work. I got to a point where I was like, you know what, maybe I should start going out more because I didn't really, you know, like being out and about. But I started meeting new people in that way, started being able to actually start going out on dates because of meeting new people. So try different things and see what might possibly work. I think that's the best thing I can say for our amazing Anonymous today.
Oh.
Nice. Thanks,
I love a
Zanele.
solution-driven individual.
Nicely
Zanele, I don't think you're going to be single for that long, girl. Come on. You're coming through with all of the things, ticking the boxes.
Must be nice to be mayor, though.
Mayor of a town that has a lot of people. Oh, I love that. Shall we check out what's happening on socials?
let's quickly take a look at maybe what some of you guys out there said to our viewer in terms of this particular dilemma. So here we have Mufara coming through, says, sometimes you don't have to look so hard. You just have to take a break from all the searching and the right one will come to you.
Wow.
Yeah, very much in line with what we have spoken about as well, just to center yourself around yourself for a second.
Make sure you're good before you look elsewhere, right? Well, let's have a look at what Nikki Manuel said. Are you picky? Okay. Well, do you have a list of the inner and outer traits of a female that you want to date? Okay, so the specificities of it all. Must the woman you date
meet certain
certain criteria? If so, you have definitely set yourself up for failure, because I did.
Okay, okay.
Ooh.
I see where you're going with that one. That's a nice one. We have one more for you. Let's take a look at this one. Pearl says, eventually the right person or people will gravitate towards you. If you focus too much on it, you'll jinx it. I love it. And then you learn that depression and rushing will attract people that will leave you drained or in situationships that are toxic. And I'll leave it there because you can definitely see it's a long one, but I like that because if you are going to be in that space and you are going to be searching, you are going to end up with the wrong type of person that you've mentioned as well.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
What's very important is intentionality.
I like
know
that.
what you're looking for and make sure you stick to that brief, because if you do not and you go blindly and you follow desperation, you'll attract anything and you'll attract anyone, and that's more of a waste of your time. I'd rather you be disappointed with an intention than be disappointed with having no intention, because either way you lose. So being intentional makes sure that you go into the dating space knowing exactly this is who I am, this is what I want, and this is who I am looking for, so that you don't waste each other's time. You know, so that by the time you find that person, obviously when you've met the one, you will know and they will know, because you will just gel. You know,
and that process might be quicker
question
too.
of always like, but how did you know? I just knew.
You just knew.
I just knew. How do you explain
it's just organic.
it? Yeah, just
just
you're in
organic.
sync with yourself.
Exactly. This is what happens when people allow you know, for people to meet organically. You know, it just becomes so natural, and then it just grows like that. But if you just grow blindly, you'll find anything. You'll take anything. You know, and what's very important is to ensure that, as we said, leave desperation. While there's nobody, work on yourself. Do I know myself well? Am I able to define what my needs are? Am I able to give? Because relationships are about giving. Your time, your resources, emotionally and otherwise. You know, am I able to take off my time and make sure that I serve your needs, because you are going to be serving mine.
Yeah, we don't often say that relationships are a service.
They are a service.
Yeah, we're really here for one another. I'm curious, Vuyani, if you would recommend that people would rather stay single while they're working on all these things, instead of kind of, like you said, blindly leading into, let me figure this out as I go.
Staying single with the intention of ensuring that you date intentionally and you date purposefully makes more sense. Even though some people would say, date as much as you can, learn as much as you can, I'm a firm believer, maybe, you know, because of my inexperience or experience, you know, that when you date with intentionality, you just put your cards on the table and not be disappointed. So wait single if you are not, because you hurt more people when you go into relationships and you're not even sure who you are. You destroy many lives and you mess up many situationships, you know, which could have been better. But when you have a plan, it's like when you're looking for a job. You'd have a CV, you know you meet the requirements, and you would apply for a position where you meet, you know, the brief. But when you just go and people ask you, what are you looking for? And you can't even define that. How am I going to edify your life when I don't even know what I'm looking for? I'm going to hurt you.
I want to quickly just touch on, before we wrap, on the online dating scene. I mean, it is a space where a lot of young people nowadays operate in. And it can be tricky based on everything that we've now discussed, you know, to find that type of connection on kind of an online space.
Oh, yeah.
What would your advice be for somebody like our viewer who's clearly using, you know, one of his ways to find somebody to incorporate into his life, online dating? What is a good way to approach it? What's the positive in that? How can you turn it into a good experience?
I think given up, he needs to recharge. You know, there's nothing as attractive as somebody who knows who they are, who knows what they want. So he needs to ensure, you know, that maybe he latches with somebody who's more experienced, you know, who can take him through, you know, the steps, and ensuring that he knows what he wants, you know, because immediately when you are closed off, you're not that attractive. You know, it is not rocket science. It is not difficult. You know, it just needs you to find yourself. And when you found yourself, somebody else will find you. In fact, somebody will knock on his door based on what he radiates.
I like
you know, because the Gen Zs are not like us. You know, the women in my league would never come and approach you. The Gen Zs will approach you because she sees what she likes. You know, and that is the trick. You know, to stand out, you do not have to do, you know, a lot and go to extremities. Just doing the bare minimum of being in your element is very attractive.
Thank you. Vuyani, thank you very much for joining us, man. Wow, the way you speak, my friend, you speak the truths. I love it. And I think from our side to our viewer out there, what I can tell you is, you know, you are chasing, you are running. But if you want to run, turn around and run towards yourself.
Come on now.
And start there. Run into yourself. Find yourself a hobby. Be happy within your own space. Be, you know, comfortable with your friendships. Go out and focus on you. Do whatever you can to build yourself and be happy with yourself, and then stop looking. Because the minute you stop looking, you will actually find something, I believe.
Okay,
so there we have it.
It was a panel of experts then. You need to be on that couch.
I've just been married for a long time, people.
That was some really great advice, though. I really do like that because it does start with you. And that wraps up our relationship chat for this Tuesday. Thank you so much, Dr. Love Vuyani, for being here. And we hope to see you again soon because that was so insightful.
Yeah, it was great.
Goodness, listen, there's so much still to come on Your Feel Good Breakfast. Breakfast Show. We're going to get into a chat about guide dogs, and I know that Raul had an incredible experience just seeing all the impact that guide dogs could have on our lives.
Absolutely, and as jy nog 'n bietjie honger is vanoggend, het ons 'n fantastiese resep net vir jou. We have a beautiful grilled hake and wilted spinach. It's going to be put together for us by Chef Mabisa. She's still here with us, so stick around if you are keen for some dinner ideas. Got you sorted.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We still have a little bit of time we're left with you. Up next, we really all know that dogs, they can be our friends, our best friends and our companions, but they can also be our heroes.
Of course, and Ryle had the incredible opportunity to meet with Guide Dogs South Africa and had a chance to see some of these guardians of love in training. Now, these incredible dogs are not only making many people's lives so much easier, but they're also transforming the lives of blind individuals who rely on them for independence and also navigation. So let's take a closer look at how these amazing animals are changing lives.
Hey, what is up, Mzansi? Now, you know how much I am a dog lover, right? And especially being a proud husky dad. And that's why I'm so excited to do this. We are visiting the South African Guide Dogs Association, and it's based right here in the mother city. Now, these dogs have such a positive impact on people's lives, but there's a lot of training that goes into it. So let's find out how it all comes together. Hello guys, how are we doing? So firstly, before we even get into this conversation, who are these two cuties?
So these two, this is Maverick.
Hey, Mav.
And this is Maggie.
Hello, Maggie. Oh, and they off
And
the
there
duty.
goes Maverick.
Listen, this is such exciting stuff to be in a space where all this magic is happening when it comes to creating guide dogs. But talk to me about this. How does the journey to guide dog begin?
We breed our own puppies in Johannesburg, and then they come here when they're 8 weeks old. They get raised by families so they're not kept on the property, and those people bring them up like a normal childhood. When they're about 14, 18 months old, they come back to us, and that's where their formal training starts. We teach them basic skills, so basic obedience. We teach them how to behave on the lead, how to behave inside the house. We'll also teach them a few target training and basic obstacle skills. Once they have learned that, we'll take them out into the environment, and that's where their main work is, and we'll start off in quieter areas and progress to busier and busier areas as their confidence grows.
Oh, honestly, I know it's cold outside, but this is truly warming my heart. Seeing the training going down here right now and knowing the tremendous impact it has on so many people's lives is just soul-filling stuff. And I think it's time for us to meet someone by the name of Kim and see just exactly how these guide dogs are impacting her life positively. Kim, how's it going? How are you doing?
Hi.
Who is this cute, furry, adorable dog you have next to you?
This is Jessie. She's my guide dog. We've been together 5 years now. She has such a beautiful nature and heart. So it took a while for us to get used to each other. We were at South African Guide Dogs for 2 weeks, and it gave us a chance to bond without my family around. I had my own room, and she boarded with me. When I came back from feeding her breakfast one day, and I knelt down to give her some love, and she jumped up and put her paws on my shoulder and just nibbled my chin. And she still does that at times when she feels I've been very good and needs to be rewarded, but not every day.
I love that. And for me, it's really interesting to see the incredible relationship you have with your animal. But how exactly is Jessie impacting your life in, let's say, a positive way?
Jessie helps me mainly by guiding me around things. If I go out, she will be able to tell me where there is a curb. If I go for an appointment, I can ask her to find the lifts, and she'll find the lifts for me. She'll walk in a straight line so that I can make my way without stumbling into anybody. She allows me to be independent and gives me confidence. Jessie's biggest party trick is that it doesn't matter which shopping centre I'm in. Even if it's a new one, she can find me a coffee shop. I just say, find coffee, and off that nose goes.
Oh, wow.
Jessie's my first dog. And the one thing that I realized is she's not a pet. It's this mutual respect that makes it a really deep relationship.
The dogs are allowed in all situations, so they can go into the food markets, they can go into hospitals, they can go into people's houses and places of work. People give them lifts, so the dog's always got to be kept in good condition. And sometimes parasites can cause health problems. So we give them a NexGuard tablet every month, which is a chewable tablet, and it keeps them free from ticks and fleas for the whole month. And they do enjoy it because labs like chewable anything.
Now, NexGuard offers reliable protection against ticks and fleas, which offers your pets the happiness and the comfort they need during these winter months. Now, you have NexGuard's monthly chews, which gives you the opportunity to prevent any of those parasites from infecting your dog and also to stay ahead of the game. Now, it's really easy. You can take it once a month and it offers you year-round protection. It's also tasty too. So that means that your pet's health and happiness doesn't need to take time off during these winter months. Honestly, I am absolutely blown away. This opportunity to explore the world of guide dogs, and I mean everything from the intense and fun training sessions to the impact that they have on their handlers' lives. This truly is inspiring to see the hard work and dedication that goes into becoming a guided hero.
Oh my goodness, those guardians of love. I'm so jealous that Raul got an up close and personal look at how these guide dogs truly can make such an impact. And listen, I've got something in it for you as well, because you stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand cash and a surprise goodie. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us why your dog is your guardian of love. Now don't forget to use that hashtag NextGuard and hashtag Guardians of Love. Now this competition does close at midday, Friday 2 August. That's this coming Friday. T's and C's can, of course, be found on expressoshow.com. That's where we wrap up a dog talk, because we've got to get into the kitchen to see how exactly we can make a grilled hake and wilted spinach dish. Take it away, Ewan.
Just like that. It's mouth-watering, it's delicious, and mealtime really just got a whole lot easier with a Denny 3-ingredient challenge. And this morning, we are putting together a recipe that is so close to my heart because I love all of the ingredients. We have grilled hake, we have spinach over a nice little sauce as well. It is beautiful. I've also got a nice little competition for you at the end of this, so stick around. Make sure you don't go anywhere. Chef Nwabisa is back in the kitchen to show us exactly how to put this together. I love this. It's simple, it's quick, and it's ready in literally just under 10 minutes.
It's under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We are busy people, so we don't want to
We are busy people. Exactly. Okay, so we got a whole bowl. This is going to be a little bit of spinach. We all, we all know spinach.
Yeah.
But it's packed full of goodness, and of course, fish is such a healthy option, especially for dinner time. It's not heavy. It digests quickly, so you are ensured of a good night's sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially white fish.
Yes.
So I'm not going to cook alone. You're going to help me.
I am here for you.
Okay.
You must just tell me.
I'm going to ask you to make the spinach. You're going to stand right here. Okay.
Okay.
So I'd like you to put it in the pot in batches, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we know. In this one over here.
That one over there.
Because you see we got a high.
Okay.
Just
Sorry.
be careful for the splashback. No, it's
Don't
fine.
worry. Those things happen in the kitchen.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah.
100%.
All right. So let me perhaps help you with
That's
that.
all good. I've done a spinach before, so
You've done-
you know
okay.
I love it.
All
I
right.
love a good spinach.
Okay,
so,
let's season that with that pepper.
yeah, and this is going to wilt down.
It is going to wilt down. So in batches and
Yes.
season as you go along.
Okay,
Because I
hundreds.
want to go to that side.
Then
because I
you
wanna-
take your place.
Yes. So first thing, pat it dry. Nobody wants that any moist. You want to make sure that it's nice.
Yeah, and you can see how quickly the spinach reacts.
Yes,
to the
definitely.
heat. So I'm going to put a little bit more, and I'm going to put more salt.
And I'm going to do
pepper.
that.
Okay, here with just your regular hake.
It's your white fish. That means it doesn't have a lot of oil, and it puts it in a more healthy type of way.
All right. So while our hake is grilling and chilling right there, you carry on.
All right.
Of course, we are going to be using the Denny pour-over sauce range. It's beautiful. It's including the classic white sauce. It really heats up in just 3 minutes. Can you believe it? Making it quick, fuss-free. It's a mealtime alternative that you cannot resist. It contains no added MSG and no added preservatives at that as well. That is music to my ears. And any good quality white fish could work in this recipe. We are using, of course, the hake. You could also mix the spinach into the white sauce for a creamy spinach kind of option as well, which is also just as delicious. Okay, but for now, we're keeping the spinach as is.
All right.
I've got one last little batch going in. Just want to get rid of the excess water.
Okay.
There we go.
I want to put that more. Okay.
Have you got it?
I've got it. I've got it.
And I love it
I've
because
got
here you get good protein, you get good fiber as well from the spinach, and that creaminess of the sauce. No preservatives or added MSG, which we love.
So now, one of the reasons why I love this meal is just 3 ingredients and people eat, all right? Right here, we've got our white sauce. I am going to pour that into this saucepan.
Lovely.
Only for 3 minutes.
That's exactly it. Like I said, it heats up very, very quickly. And it's just a great addition to this
and
particular
we love the
recipe.
sizzles. We love the sizzles in the kitchen.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Is my thingy on?
It's not on, but I will put it on for you.
Please
There
put it
you
on
go.
for me.
It's going.
There you go.
And then I need
there you
this
go.
one.
We need this one grilled and nicely brown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, you
But
can
while
see
we're
that's
doing
sizzling
that,
away.
Oh, it is. It is.
Fantastic.
And the smell.
Yeah,
That,
you
I mean,
see,
you know,
that's the thing. I mean, especially for the parentals out there, you know, that want to get a healthy option meal for your kids in as well. But also we know that you're working, we know that you're busy, we know that coming home it's homework, it's extracurricular activities. I mean, my boy's been at gymnastics till like 6 o'clock last night, and then you got to come home and think about dinner. So it's great to have these kind of options, you know, these type of recipes in your back pocket. And that is why we are here to help you out. So if you want to maybe perhaps whip this one up tonight, you can do so. You put it on your shopping list. You can get all the ingredients on our website, expressoshow.com.
Okay, I'm loving that spinach.
And it's coming together beautifully.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't want to overcook it, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with you switching off the stove. Yeah.
Okay, 100%.
Right. Okay.
That can chill.
Yeah. Okay. Now our hake is only takes 3 minutes on each side.
Your hake is very quick.
Very quick. Oh, yeah. Okay.
We are messing his hake up very badly. Because why? Because I decided to get involved. I should have just left you.
You know what I mean?
To do your
you know
thing.
what I mean?
But
Okay,
I'm such
that's
a
okay.
happy helper.
That is okay. Okay. If you look at our sauce, it's also very much ready.
Oh, look at that. How quick was that? I love that.
Absolutely. 3 minutes and you are done. People are eating.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to leave this until it's nicely golden brown. And then we are going to dish up and...
Well, you do that because by the magic of TV, we have a prepared one right over there. And as you can see, it looks beautiful. So what you do is you dish the spinach into your plate and then you pop the fish on top.
Yes.
Right? With a sauce.
And the sauce to
It
finish
is
things.
as easy as that.
Easy as that.
Lovisa, I love it because there's 3 ingredients. It's quick, it's easy, it's healthy. This is definitely something that my kids will love. And of course, I mentioned in the beginning, remember there's a competition for you, and here it is. You stand the chance to win an 8-piece cast iron cookware set. That's amazing, eh? Music to your ears, to the value of 4,000 Rand plus weekly Denny hampers valued at 1,000 Rand each. So what you need to do to enter, simply create a 3-ingredient meal using a Denny product. And what you do is then submit the recipe, photo or video on Facebook or Instagram. The entries can also be submitted via direct message or DM by commenting on a Denny post or by tagging at Denny Mushrooms. Now, don't forget to include that hashtag Denny Deliciousness in all of your posts so we can track it. Entries do close on the 11th of August. T&Cs do apply, and you can find them on the website denny.co.za. It's as easy as that, but it's a great competition. Get creative. 3 ingredients. What would you put in using a Denny product? So there we have it. And look how beautiful. That is what you're kind of looking for.
That's what you're looking for.
I don't eat enough fish.
Why?
I should.
It's nice and it's light and yeah, I prefer fish.
I will go with you there, especially in the midweek. You know, if you want to still get that protein, maybe you want to swap it out for some chicken because we all do eat a lot of chicken.
As well is good.
Yeah,
Chicken
for
is
sure.
white
So there we
meat.
have it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So you've messed up my chicken too.
That's all me. It's on me. Okay, but we'll make it work for sure. It's not going to go to waste. Thank you very, very much. The recipe once again on our website, expressoshow.com. Zanele, what do you think? 3 ingredients this delicious.
Honey, you are speaking to me because not only does that look delicious, but also 3 ingredients. Remember, I only step into the kitchen like once or twice a year. So anything that is like less work for me, I'm like, let's go. Something that absolutely I love as well, though, is us being able to enjoy amazing music, which my friend is coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Where has the time gone? Well, you know what? It's all in the name of us having had fun and, of course, ending off on a high. Vickers Boertma is about to perform one of our favorite songs right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So stick around. It's happening in a bit.
And performance ready, guys.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to it. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Couple of minutes left in your company before we do anything else. If you're feeling lucky, you can play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 35 million rand in total estimated jackpots today, and you could win very, very big.
Don't get left behind. All right, this is your note to you. Play Powerball for an estimated 21 million and Powerball Plus for an estimated 14 million rand. And if you want to win, you gotta play. We tell you every time.
Yeah, you can buy your tickets today in store on the nationallottery.co.za website or the mobile app. You can also buy your tickets through cell phone banking or by simply dialing *120 *7529 hash if you want to enter via USSD.
Now, all these details are posted on our Expresso social media pages, so do go and check them out. And Panda Pusha play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 35 million rand in total estimated jackpots today, not tomorrow, today. And you could become the next big multi-millionaire. Exciting times lie ahead.
Exciting times ahead. So let's fill these last couple of minutes with some music. Up and Josie from Vickers Botma with Zanele standing by.
It is true, my friend. We're ending off the show on the highest high. Why? Because one of the kings of live performance is in the building. Vickers Botma with Brandy Carlisle's The Story. Everybody, please give him that.
All of these lines across my face, they tell you the story of who I am. And so many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you got no one to tell them to. It's true. Yeah, I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swam on across the ocean blue. I crossed all the lines and I broke all the rules. But baby, I broke them all for you. Because even when I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000 you do. Yeah, I was made for you.
Another feel-good production.
Indulge in Clover's Moy River Pure Salted Butter. Perfect for cooking, baking and spreading. Elevate every dish with Clover Moy River Butter.